evening, everyone. Dadman Walking 55 coming here to you from the east coast of sunny Florida, possibly to be very cold and who knows, maybe ice and snow in a few days. Depends on what the models happen. But hey, so many times we've been left at the altar. But then again, do we really want snow? I don't think so as a homeowner. But hey, we shall see. As you heard, we had it once for Christmas in 1989, and the whole town shut down. But we won't digress for that. We got a little bit more about that coming up for y'all just in a bit. But let me go ahead and bring out the co-host for the night. Let me tell you what, these people are great. I love them. The Friday night crew here so far, and sometimes we'll have some other random people. You never know if the missus pops in, but hey, let me go ahead and bring in the great guy from New Jersey, the guy that's really been here for a few weeks, keeping me going. And I tell you what, I actually heard him laugh, seriously laugh for the first time the other night. I thought he was going to break a pancreas or something as hard as he was laughing. It's the great West Cagle. West, how are you tonight?
All right. Great to be here, man. I'm always glad when you invite me on.
Oh,
And it was a
man.
blast. I was I was rolling in the aisles. You guys had me busting up. Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I tell you what, I don't know what's the funniest, the Better Off Dead or some of the memes, the
Oh
potholes.
God, yeah.
Fruitcakes and potholes. Porta
Oh
potties.
God.
Uh, Miss and I were too tired to actually start that, but I've got to get that going. Fruitcakes and porta potties. That's oh boy. Well, I got
Well,
the weekend now.
I saved. I'm willing to sell them back to you, but I saved that domain name on every social media platform, all the way down to MySpace.
Oh my gosh. What about OnlyFans?
Yeah, I made an OnlyFans. That one, funny enough, already has 20,000 followers. So
Yeah. All right. That's well. Let's see there. Hey, only 20,000. Well, hey,
well,
we got to see about getting that number up for you, West. Of
I don't
course,
know what
that's
I'm gonna. I don't know what they're expecting.
I don't know. I probably used a bad phrase when I'm talking about getting that thing up. So, but hey, you got. Hey, it happens. It's the way we roll around here. So here you go. All right. So I've got the tweet out. Yay! I remember the tweet. But not to be outdone, I tell you what, this is the heroine of heroines, not the illegal stuff. She is a true heroine in her own way. And I tell you what, she wouldn't take no. She actually stalked us out to say, "Hey, dumbass, I can take you around in South Dakota." It was well worth it. This person is a blast in real life to meet. Of course, don't get around bison poo. She might fling it at you. You never know. But it's a great eagle rider. Hi.
You got for
Well, we
Sorry,
lost it.
hi.
It's okay. I love these introductions. So hey, if I make you laugh, I'm happy.
I'm just trying to get things set up here, so don't mind me too much.
It's
I'm just
okay.
not that functional today.
Well, I never function at all. I mean, my coworker's been messaging me a little bit tonight, so we've had to chat a little bit about work and stuff. But we got 10 on the YouTube side already. Thank you. Smash that like button, share it out. We appreciate it. And we are now back up to 675. Yay. So let's see. Let's get some things going. So we got 675. Folks, share it out, retweet, bring in everybody else. I'm watching Twitter too because I'm some other notices. All right. So, but how are you doing tonight, Rosetta?
Oh, just fed up and dealing with winter crap.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about winter coming up. Yes, we're going to talk
I don't
about
have much winter over here right now.
Really? Well, we're about to get we've actually had a cold ass week and a half. It's like Snortopoopas has got to be the only person happy in Florida. Speaking of Snortopoopas, here he is. Hello, humans and other critters. Great to see you tonight, Snorty. He said he's tired, so hopefully we get to keep him awake a little bit longer tonight. Legatus Legioness is here too. Always, dude, this guy's everywhere. Always great to see him in the chats. Snortopoopa said he's sweepy. Just prop me up in the corner. Sure, we can do that. We can do that like, a great movie. Weekend at Bernie's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Prop him up
Okay.
in the corner, put a penguin in his hand, he'll be happy.
Yeah, we can do it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, respond to that. We have pretty much no predicted snow for the next couple weeks. But right now it is under 0 degrees, and it's supposed to be in the negative teens a lot this next week.
It's cold as you get the cold without the benefits of the snow.
Yeah, which sucks because if it's going to be this damn cold,
Yeah.
then I want the snow because the snow brings out the eagles and the swans, and then I get my photography.
I know. I got you.
Come on,
I got you.
birdies.
Well, wait. We're going to be talking some cold weather coming up because I wait till I show you a few things there because I do have a meme for Snort Poopus tonight, so I hope he can hang it around till we get there. So he is so tired. Oh, yeah. But hey, he did get up for a Fortnite stream for a little bit. So Sashi, greetings. You never know what Sashi will come up. He's the Mrs. Dealer of food and recipes in her morning shows. So always good. Follow Dave. Hey, Dave, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Good to see you as always. And Mrs. is here. Hello, everyone. Mrs. is working on some things tonight, and she's goes live at 2:00 in about 4 hours. In case you're up tonight, folks, it's the Insomniac Theater with Mrs. Dadman walking. She does not know what she's going to watch. West, I've been telling her watch Better Off Dead, but I think she's resisting slightly. So,
she won't regret it.
No, I know. Speaking of coworkers, there he is. Yummy. Evening. Good to see you. But hey, let's see who else is in the chat tonight. Agent Atwood. What's up, Atwood? Atwood. Yep. Oh, good night if you fall asleep. You snort a poopus. You're an honorary bear tonight, Atwood. And yeah, no, Yummy, no. This guy, it's 80 degrees. It's 100 degrees outside. The building has AC on. He's wearing a sweater or parka. It just, yeah, it's not the weather. You're just cold-natured.
I'm the exact opposite. I'm running outside to do errands with my husband the other night. It's 6 degrees. I run out in my skirt, light jacket on, and we're running errands. It's like,
were you around? There was, and I don't remember what the term of it, but there's like a spa type thing in the Nordic countries where they sit in a sauna and then they could go. They hit themselves with some branches and stuff, and they go roll in the snow.
Them Swedes are funny.
Yeah,
because I think doing stuff like that is stupid.
Well, but they say it's therapeutic, though. So, but yes, and it's
so things you can do indoors in your warm bed that are really fun.
Yes, winter is coming. Sashi from Indonesia says, Swiss Army man. Yep. So Legatus lives in the Great White North. Winter and snow is normal. Well, it's not normal for us because we've had for about 2.5 weeks. It's not gotten above 65 or 70. Most days it starts in the upper 20s, low 30s. It has been very cold for us for a good while now. But, polar bear weather, absolutely it is. But, yeah. But they're saying what we've got coming up is that Tuesday into Wednesday, the front's moving it through, and it's supposed to end up well, there's one front coming in tomorrow and Sunday, which is supposed to bring heavy rain. And then it's supposed to get really cold, like in the upper 20s and lower than that. And then another round of rain on Wednesday night come through, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning come through that there's some idea that there could be even if it's not in our part of Florida, it could be west of here and definitely in the deep south. They're calling for some really, maybe a good sized blizzard for that. So, and Sashi says, I keep saying it's all about your location. If it snows down there in Indonesia, it's the end of the times. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I know. Hey, well, I'll tell you, folks, a little bit of an example here. Some of the models that ran tonight. So I like weather. Like last night, we talked to Alaska Jeff, and we ended up talking some World War II history.
Was that last night you did the illusion? I missed it. I didn't even. I was looking forward to that. I got to watch Rewind.
Well, we went 3 hours. Jess was very complimentary. She's like, y'all didn't get distracted. Y'all didn't go on too many tangents. And I'm like, no, because we were focused. But yeah, we hit a little more of the World War II towards the end. Even talked about the Accutan, the Accutan Zero, the Accutan fighter. Have you ever heard of that?
Is that
West?
the fighter? It was a Japanese fighter crashed in the Aleutians.
Right.
The Allies recovered that thing, I think, didn't they?
Yes, they recovered it, put it back together, used it to test, not for performance and stuff, but for tactical issues. They did research on it. What was interesting too is that I was able to show last night because of a podcast that I watched. They actually had a photograph of that plane because it was leaking fuel. It had been hit. So they actually captured a footage of it. And as the story goes, he was going to land. He had two wingmates with him, but they were about to land. But they pulled up they saw it the last second. It was basically a bog he landed into. And he went through, hits a big boulder, flips the plane, dies instantly. It's but yeah, it's a very famous incident, very famous plane there. So
yeah, we learned all the aeronautical characteristics of that plane. It was how we were able to start to turn the tide, because that plane was just beating the living daylights out of us up to that point.
Yeah, and his tactics. How do you fight it? How you play? It was limited on the number of rounds of ammo it could carry.
Yep, and we found out that it didn't have self-sealing or fuel tanks and no armor. That's why it was so agile.
Yeah, and as the war went on, more and more magnesium, it's kind of flammable. You don't need a direct hit.
Nope.
Yeah. So Legata says Sasha's in hell, and when it says hell. Okay, my apologies, Malaysia. My apologies, Sasha. For some reason, Indonesia recently, Malaysia. My apologies. My apologies.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing one time. I asked him. I said, so are you what part of Indonesia? Are you on Borneo? Are you on Saleh? Are you on? He's just like, I'm from Malaysia. I'm like, oh crap.
Oh man, I tell you,
Malaysia is much closer to the stuff I know much about, because my husband lived for a while in Singapore next to Malaysia over there, and he actually shared a lot with the culture with me over the years.
Oh wow. Well, that's neat. Did he like his time over there?
Mixed review. There's definitely a lot of things in the culture he liked, but definitely some stuff with the control governments and censorship he really didn't.
Right.
So that was as a teenager. He lived there for a while. So
yeah, well, that's interesting. Well, so again, Sashi, my apologies for that, dude. I
just tell Dadman, don't be stupid.
There you go. Hey. It's like down south, people like over there. It's there's different parts. So, but yeah, I've always been fascinated with geography, because we're going to take a little turn now where I did not plan to go. But hey, let's see.
That's how you learn stuff. And Sachi's right. Malaysia copied the U.S. flag. Indonesia copied the Polish flag, only flipped the colors.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, let's see. Yes.
Sorry, a little hyper tonight.
Oh, that's okay. Hyper's what we specialize. It's a friggin' squirrel stream. That's why. So, all right. I'm bringing up a map here. So let's see.
Yeah, I did ask when I finally figured out he was from Malaysia. I asked him, I said, well, which part? The mainland or the section that's over by next to Indonesia?
I know, though, he's very serious about Singapore.
People don't like it either. That's the problem. And the thing is, I don't necessarily blame all the people. I've learned a lot about the issues there. The expat culture they have, where they basically treat people coming in from other countries as workers as basically slave labor and abusive to them in the culture. All that kind of stuff. I've learned quite a bit about over the years, so I understand that.
Well, see, that's why he's saying,
the average person there for that. I blame the government.
Well, it's like he's saying Singapore, and he's mentioned it before. They don't like how strict it is over in Singapore, because the Singaporeans go there to let loose. And
although Malaysia's the country that censored Jeff Dunham for talking about Ahmed. It's actually in one of his specials he deals with it. They were actually telling him he was not allowed to talk about it because it was culturally insensitive.
Oh, okay. So was he live
so
there?
He was doing a show there. So he brought Ahmed out as a French guy instead. And
so that worked for me. What do you think, West? Hey, we'll blame the French.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll blame the French in a heartbeat.
I don't know where they get that from. I mean, it's not like the Indonesians were ever. I mean, the Malaysians were ever governed by the French. It was the British, but
still, the whole thing is why not blame the French if you get a chance?
Yeah.
You get a chance to blame the French.
I was trying to figure out why
the
Malaysia was the country that had a problem with Ahmed and the Arab jokes. Anyways, when he went to Malaysia, was ending a tour he did through the Middle East, doing Ahmed and the Ahmed jokes.
I don't know.
It was weird.
Yeah,
but it was
answers
weird.
that we'll never get.
Hey, if your culture is so stuck up that they can't make fun of themselves, then you got a problem.
Well, I tell you what, we got to be careful with that because look at our own country sometimes.
Oh no, I've
there's a lot of people in our own country
too.
I tell you what, there's some people in our own country that's like, come on, calm down, get over yourself.
Hey, bitch.
Well, I wanted to show here real quick because let's see, Malaysia, I guess is okay. Singapore. Okay, now
Singapore is at the end of the mainland section of Malaysia.
So Malaysia's
they have actually they copied the Indonesian flag, only they put a crescent moon and some stars on it.
Okay, right. And so in Indonesia is like Java, Borneo, Celeb. I love. I guess it's called Sulawesi also, Celeb. I love that. I've always loved that with studying the history of South Pacific. Just it looks like an angelfish. It is such
it does, doesn't it?
It's just such a neat looking island. But yeah, I can see what you're saying about the flag though too. But yeah, okay. So Malaysia is on the continent.
Yeah,
we got Burma, the Malaysia, but then Singapore is an independent country on the end.
Malaysia also has that top section of Borneo. That's
oh, okay, yeah.
Singapore is a country, but it's also just one big city too.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like Hong Kong used to be.
I would rather freaking rip my teeth out with rusty pliers than ever live in a country that is literally just a city and you're crammed in with people.
Well, Borneo is split up between 3 countries.
Yeah,
Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei.
Well, that's this is a wonderful thing. I think that's what they're showing right here with the flags all around it.
Yep. And I get that culturally, Sashi. The thing I didn't get was why Malaysia was the Muslim country that got offended when he literally toured through the U.S. Emirates and all these Arab countries, and he literally was the most beloved comedian to them.
Yeah.
They would greet him with "I kill you," but he went to Malaysia. Well, you're insensitive.
Well, but I look at it as kind of similar what's things that have happened over the course of history in the States. Elvis could go places, but then when he came south, it was a lot different. There's always been parts of the country where you could get out of our own country where some things you could do that you may not be able to get away with in other areas. And
the only reason I thought that was weird is because out of those countries, if you take most things, Malaysia is more forward thinking than the rest of the Middle East areas and the rest of Muslim countries. But yet on that one, they were more controlled. So that's where I thought it was a little weird.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I really think that the Southeast Asian Muslim countries are far more unforgiving than the ones in the Middle East.
Well, I don't know. Let's not go down those. Let's not go down those avenues tonight because we're just going to sit here and have fun with all those things tonight. Because I've never been there, we've never been there, and we'll see what happens. But I love my maps. I love the flags. I love all these things.
I love all this. I love studying different cultures, and every culture's got good and bad. Every culture's got issues, and yes, Snort, I realize that. I really did specify that on that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Arab includes people from all kinds of different cultures, including Jewish, actually. So, no, Muslim and Arab are not the same.
Yeah. Well, I love to study, especially the Pacific World War II. It was always my favorite. What the Miss and I really loved was this year with Around the World with her in there with us was we learned a lot about Australia and some of the Asian countries that, especially they're the earlier time zones. They come into the new year before a lot of other places. Yeah. So, and exactly that's why we keep a lot of that stuff off our channel too. Is that it's a big mix.
See,
Yeah, everywhere.
I hate that whole mindset that's occurred, and that's a more modern culture thing. Because in the old days, like before the Industrial Revolution, parties and get-togethers, part of what you did was you debated every hot topic issue and stuff. And the whole you don't talk about religion
I agree.
or politics and all that. That came in the 1900s, and I think it's actually set us back.
I agree. Well, I think it depends on context, though. I tell you about context. So, because like here for our channel and things, we don't want to get into it because we want to be the social club.
And I don't do it on my channel generally. I do it on some channels, and that's what they do. But my only part was the commentary on society as a whole doing.
Well, I think honestly, I'll go bigger. I'll go bigger with it. I think the whole problem we as a society have lost the ability to be able to engage in debate and have serious discussions because everybody looks to get offended immediately. I will say too, especially a lot of times we have gotten used to echo chambers and things like that, and always everybody agreeing with us 100%. Well, the thing is when you have to, not use platitudes, memes, and stuff to win an argument. You actually have to understand what the other person and engage in a debate. And I think that's one thing that has changed. We're not as read. I know I'm not as read up as I should be, and that's one of the reasons why I don't get in some of those discussions. But there's so many things that we don't do that back in many years ago, there was more of a focus on that. Oh, by the way, hello, Buddy Hepburn at Snortopoopas Keeper. Thou shalt feed Snortopoopas. Hey,
and that's what drives me nuts is because we have all of these people who are so uptight and stuff, and we have this whole culture. This is the same battle I've been having that keeps getting me shut down on channels because the moment I say, okay, agree to disagree, or I'm not going to agree with you on that, and that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with me or you.
No.
It's when they all get offended and go, no, you have to agree with me. It's like, what the hell I do?
Well, listen, one thing Wes will tell you, there's no forced agreement. There's no forced agreement over here, right, West? Because except when it comes to Darth Maul. Except people keep telling me Darth Maul's alive. He's dead. He never came back.
No. All that stuff about bringing people back to life when they're killed is just lazy writing.
Yes, I know. I agree.
No, I don't think it's lazy writing. I think Dadman just hates Darth Maul.
Yeah, the bastard got cut in half.
How you can't survive that? No,
that would be interesting, Sashi. Actually,
yeah. So it's okay, I did see called Lata. It's only seen in the region. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Fallout Dave, did I say hi to you earlier? But Captain Robert April. This guy likes his Fortnite too. This is
I sent the link in my chat to the stream to tell them all to come in and support you.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Glad to have it. I like coming over and watch you guys play Cards Against Humanity. It's interesting.
Which I am taking a hiatus from for a few because that's where this whole fights issue I've been dealing with started. I'm not going into details of it. Literally because somebody had to write in and it was not flowing on my tongue well with my stuttering and it was boring me. So I just went blah, blah, blah. And apparently that offended him.
Isn't a platitude the weird looking?
Really bad.
Yeah, isn't a platitude the weird looking creature? No, that's a platypus. Yes. Yeah. That's not a well, my thing though is to
nice.
Yeah.
Nice sort of poopus. But I will tell you, here's the thing is with Cards Against Humanity, let's forget politics, religion, all that stuff. But yes, if you're gonna play a damn game like Cards Against Humanity, check your ego and morality. It's gotta be checked at the door.
You can't get offended.
You can't.
We will
take the first damn time I played that son of a bitch eating freaking ass piece of shit mother humping freaking ass game. I did it with the kids and my wife. And my oldest kid laid down the Pac-Man card with something else, and my mouth just dropped. Like,
Have you,
oh God, where did I
have you
fall as a
seen half the
father?
cards that I write in? Holy crap! I mean,
Stunning. Good to see you.
Well,
Yes,
that's
exactly. That's the thing. Is some things it's like watching Team America World Police or the South Park things. Is an equal opportunity, and it's like it's meant to go at everybody and not pulling punches on things. And yeah, I tell you what. Well, this guy needs to wake up. He needs more coffee and stuff. But Yemi, rest well. I know you worked hard today, dude.
So I was like, yeah, the only thing that irritates me when I'm playing that game is when everybody laughs their asses off at my write-in cards, and then I don't even get a like from anybody. It's like, you lazy assholes.
Yeah, I know.
But
You're supposed to like my stuff, not. But it's crazy. I know. West, have you played that game, Cards Against Humanity, before?
No, I don't know. I've never even heard of it before.
Oh, basically,
we have a new one to corrupt here.
Yeah, it's basically, it can be a fill in the blank. Sometimes it's fill in the blank, and sometimes it may answer a question. And you have all these cards, and you're trying, and it says, he eats to like shit, or he does the whoopee with shit. Something off the wall, crazy type of response, and you're supposed to play the card down to the question or fill in the blank, and everybody sits around and votes on the best answer. So,
Okay.
if you read some of these, it would make your mouth drop. It really, it's
Sounds a little bit like Match Game or something.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
No,
Where you
Bob.
get sometimes you get outrageous answers from those
Hey,
people.
forget.
Dadman, show the last comment I just made in chat. So Wes.
I'd rather not show that. Everybody can read it. That's for what they can say. So we're not. But see, that's the point of the game, though. Is that's it's meant to be off the wall type of fun.
It's basically just see how offensive you can be meets
Right.
Match Game.
Well, the funny thing was what we had to start doing was that the missus started, what does half this shit mean? And so we're like Googling it while we're playing it, and Mrs. just holding up the phone. Yeah, that's one of the words and stuff like that. It's let's put it this way. I learned what was sad was my kids know more about life in the world than I do. And I'm like,
what was it that Bill Engvall said about sitting his son down for the talk about sex? Half an hour later, I'm sitting there with a notepad going, "You can do that?"
Yeah. It's like, I tell you, the information's out there. It's a brave new world and brave new days with these. So, but hey, yeah, it's having a blast for you guys tonight. Thanks everybody that's been here so far. Make sure you hit that like button, share it out, and we appreciate you being here on a Friday night. One of the things that I sort of started talking about a minute ago was the weather that we're coming up with.
Stunning! Robert April saved that for our deck. Look at what Stunning said.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the type of stuff that happens with Cards Against Humanity. That's why we have not played Cards Against Humanity on the air, because it's.
Oh, come on. I wrote a card about making a smallpox blanket out of the scalps of your slain enemies.
So what? You said you write a card. You made your own cards for the game?
Yeah, the online version we play has so many blank cards in the deck when we play it, and we write our own cards, and we're actually making our own deck with a whole bunch of them.
Okay. Except for me, I'm here on a Saturday morning. Yes, Sashi. Yes, you are. That's right, because it's about 11:30 over there your time. Yeah. So West is a game you might want to check out with some people. But definitely read the card. Yeah, it's
all right.
It certainly is those type of things where you gotta, if you're gonna play it, you gotta be prepared. But don't play it with your kids the first time. I'm telling you, I learned that the hard way.
If you have my channel, come over sometime. We'll let you join in the game and see how you like it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way to do is to learn it by.
Oh yeah, I usually that's how I've got to learn games. I've got to see somebody playing it, and then I can pick it up.
Well, you got to get you on the Fortnite.
I can't read the rules. I've got no patience to read rules of anything. So.
Well, this one, there's really not much rules to it. When we run it online, the person who's hosting it sets all the terms and it automatically rolls you through them and stuff. Literally, it's when you're not the one picking the winning card, you play a card, click the button in the corner, and it plays. And then the person who's picking the winner reads it out with the stuff after. And when you're picking the answers and picking who wins, you do the same thing with the ones that won. It's freaking simple.
It is frustrating because you play your best cards and everybody votes against you.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. So, oh boy, let me see. Let's see. Let me see if I can figure something else real quick. No, I actually did that wrong.
Literally, if I don't worry about anybody liking it, if I don't worry about whether I'm going to get a point or not, and I literally just throw my deck away every so often, do a bunch of write-in cards, I just write in the most foul, twisted stuff, I win.
Yeah. Exactly. It's and what's so funny, some people get so patternistic with it that you're like, oh, that person said that, you lay something down knowing that somebody what they usually like to do.
Well, that's when I get frustrated, is because there's certain people who there's certain humor types they love, and it always wins with them, except for one time when I'm actually played like the perfect card of that humor type, and then they suddenly pick something that's like the stuff they literally complain about every other game, and they're looking going, huh?
Yep, exactly. There's questions like, how did I lose my virginity? Okay. You could have cards like sex with animals, getting naked, watching Nickelodeon. I mean, it's
in a white windowless van. I mean,
it's like all over the place. It's like, dude, it's
that answer. That I know this is squirrelish, but I used to work at a cabinet shop, and they were driving me home to as I had no ride, and it's a windowless Chevy cargo van for delivering. And we're driving past the four-way intersection, and we see my brother walking home from school, and he's a sixth grader. And he's on the corner, the crossing guard's holding up the traffic. We slid open the sliding door, and I yelled out, "Hey, little boy, would you like to make a movie?" And we ran out and grabbed the crossing guard started freaking out. She was, we slammed the door, we sped off. I see running down the street chasing after the van.
Man. Wow. I was like, y'all are cold. Y'all are cold. Don't do that at home, folks.
No.
With our game, great. You have to come to my channel.
No.
Don't worry about this.
You got to invite me on one of those games then one time.
Oh Lord!
All right, I'll use your channel for that. But hey, well, good way to get around. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Captain Robert.
When we got back, we had to tell my uncle, "Hey, if the police come because they got the license plate, we weren't driving."
Yeah.
I'll put my channel in the private because I don't know if I gave it to Wes before it up, but yeah, go there when I'm streaming and let me know, and I'll send you a link and let you join in sometime.
Oh, I think I'm already following your channel. So.
I couldn't remember if I sent it or not. I have bad memory, so I was just go there when I'm streaming, and we'll get you in on a game.
And here, I'm going to put it in the main chat for you. Go make sure you subscribe to Rosetta, and I tell you, they do a lot of fun stuff. She even plays wingman to Bob out there when he's doing Fortnite at times. And
even though I hate Fortnite, I still support him. Even if he is playing that game for children and the people who want them. I mean,
I only want to play Fortnite so I can be in a car with Dadman at some point.
There you go.
So you want him to be driving the van? That you
I want to see that.
Maybe Wes, we'll talk. Maybe if there's time tomorrow, this weekend, we can make sure to get you set up before we go live. Okay.
Cool.
How's that sound? Cool.
That cool.
Sashi, though, that's how the government arrests people down here. Oh my
You guys are
god!
gonna kill me tonight. I swear it.
You guys too much. Oh my gosh. Well, hey. Oh my god. This is hilarious.
Come here, girl.
So like the Legend of Dadman's driving. Yeah, it lives. Exactly. Well, I don't know. Were you around? I know Rosetta wasn't, but earlier tonight when we finally got Godzilla and the missus got Godzilla. Were you around for that? West, were you around when Mrs. got
Whoa,
Godzilla?
yo,
Oh, you roboting.
God.
Baby
Oh, yeah. You know what? The internet's been really freaky tonight.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
I don't know when was it a Godzilla's? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, she was actually Godzilla. We went to
Yeah.
Florida, she was made Godzilla.
Yeah. I think I do remember that.
I like I said, I'm glad she got to be instead of me because there was priceless reaction and just so much fun. And that's why Rosetta's that's why Bob likes having you around too. I can imagine just having somebody to talk to and play with around and just the fun of socializing with the game. Our focus half the time is just having fun and blowing shit up and the game. Well, if we win, we win. And I got a new subscriber. I got a new subscriber. Captain Robert April. Yes. Yes. Who I keep getting more notified when he's live than you, Rosetta. I don't know how that works, but it does.
When you said you just want to have somebody around to play with, there's so many dirty jokes that popped into my mind it wasn't even funny.
What's that?
You said you just want to have somebody around to play with.
Think
about it.
I did. Yeah. Okay. That's why I have the missus on all the time, so she can't escape me. But hey,
yeah. Well, I usually like playing solo games because I'm more into playing with myself. So.
Yeah. Stunning is the best driver in Fortnite. He able to drive from one end of the map to the other just a minute after first storm circle. Yes. As a being floof. Robert got squashed by Godzilla there. Here, Mrs. Godzilla. I'm going to edit a video of different angles and post.
Cool.
I was going to
Sashi, this is not Cards Against Humanity. So
While Robert's here, Robert, how many demented, twisted, really creative cards have I written over the last few months? Yeah. So this is baby girl, by the way.
His answer is probably way too many, but hey, baby girl.
Yeah.
I will still, no offense, but Honorary is always like the special one because that's the first one that I met.
Good girl.
Lots. Robert said lots. So
Ornery's out in the other room being pouty diva because I wouldn't let her kick baby girl out of here to lay on there alone.
Got it. Well, you were talking about how cold it is where you are without the snow. Well, this is what the latest European model that came out tonight for January, out to January 23rd. So this is, folks, it's quite high for us down here because looking at the snow line here, you got Louisiana over towards Georgia. The Florida Panhandle looks like it's going to probably get a good dumping of white stuff. If not just ice. Now, what we saw earlier today, wait.
Is
what's
that? Wait. How is it?
This Dadman just posted. Dadman just posted. Seriously?
What?
I got
look at chat. Look at what Mrs. Dadman just posted.
Okay, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You've got to come down and explain that. And you have some memes for that. I don't know, but wow, with this crowd, man.
Wow.
Because she does the days of celebrations. But no, those are not temperatures. Those are actual probability percentages.
Probability of snowfall.
Because 78% in Tallahassee over there, 84, which is extremely high for Florida. Even over in Northeast Florida, when you're seeing 60 or 32, even 20% down in St. Augustine, the weather service here has been playing back and forth. They were like, sky's falling, and then tonight they backed way off on it. So who knows what will happen. But what I've heard is that wherever the snow line ends, south of it will have lots of ice. And I tell you, with our bridges and stuff, we so Mrs. would not share with this morning, but she just shared it on my stream. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
But no memes. All right.
Yeah, but she's not being as responsible on your stream as she is hers. Bias.
Right. But see, she should come on because she's got the StreamYard to talk about it. But
come say hi to me, girl. I miss you.
Yeah. Well, she does have to do something at 2:00 in the morning. So, but and she's working. But there you go, Mrs. C. Here, go ahead, do it again. There you go. Put it on say lots. Oh, there you go. That's all good.
I'm sorry, I couldn't be serious too long.
I gotta figure out how to get it. I can't see the damn buttons to get it out of. Hey, Eagle Raiders now solo on the show, I guess. Oh, there it is. Well, it's
Thank
like
you.
there you go. If you look at the peninsula of Malaysia, we look like Florida.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, exactly. So, but this
So you guys have your own wang too. Got it. I mean,
yeah, that's Also, if you turn it in a different way, then if you turn it a different way, it looks like the Grinch. It also makes great Christmas memes. For looking like the Grinch. So, folks, I know up north you guys laugh at us, but this is almost like hell, like Sashi had said. And here she is. She came in, Mrs.
Hey.
How could I not come in after that?
Yeah.
Oh, stunning! You can't say this in the chat.
You should hear the stuff I say on air when I'm giving Panther attention. Bearing in mind that he's a black cat.
That's why we use dollar signs. You use dollar signs in creative, like when people do stuff. Oh man, Snortopoopus is firing out it now. He's shooting off. Snortopoopus just shot off with the Florida looks very limp.
Oh god.
But Mrs., this is the percentages that they updated tonight.
So, hooray.
Yeah, so we got this to look forward to. And look at this. Google Doc with newest cards ideas, 11 pages long of Cards Against Humanity.
Oh my god.
And I have a document with about 8 pages to do too.
Well, Mrs., tell what about the time we played. What was your experience when we played with the kids?
I love playing with the kids, but I tell you, I will say it this way, and I'm going to sound old. And it's not that I'm a prude, but this internet generation of young people, the stuff that they know that I never knew at their age. Sorry about that. That was my alarm. Is astounding.
Oh,
Just astounding. That's all I can say. It was hilarious. I was shocked. Some of this stuff we had to look up. And whenever we looked anything up, we looked it up. And then we just kind of showed the phone around to everybody. We wouldn't even read it out loud. Some of them were that bad.
You'd be shocked if you knew how much stuff I know that's out there.
I know pretty much most of it now. Yep.
New ones.
I'm sure there are a lot of new ones. Yes, I am sure there are. I am learning new stuff every day.
Yeah, we got several decks of cards we've not even opened yet, and I mean,
I know
Ang was streaming before we even realized it.
Oh yes, that child was. I know.
Sorry.
That's why we censored Death Dungeon. Peninsula is a total. There you go. Sorry, Mrs.
That's okay.
That's good, Sashi. I like that. Yeah, but yeah, Ang was like knew all that stuff.
No, yeah. Well, Ang would Ang came out one day and said, "Mama, I need my social security number," and I'm like, "Why?" And they told me, and I'm okay. What are you streaming? Didn't even know they were streaming. And I'm, and of course I'm thinking the worst. I'm going, oh my gosh, what are they doing? Are they, doing foot videos? Are they, or what are they doing? And I was like, so worried. I says, well, I wanted, before I give you your social security number, and I want to have the addresses of your channel, and I want to watch your videos. And they're like, no. And I said, well, then you're not going to get it. Well, they let me look, and they did art and video games. But at that, I mean, they were 16 at the time, and making money, not a lot, but making money on it. And so that was really cool. So I went ahead and gave it to them, but it was like, and they figured, and it wasn't just,
exactly.
it wasn't just turning on the um, stream and talking. I mean, they did art. They did, you know, they it was their setup was involved,
Yep. And
and it
Hal,
was like,
Phantom Outsider.
Do you
you
know
know,
what happened when I told my mom I was going to start streaming and doing online stuff?
did they ask if it was OnlyFans?
No.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
mom knows me well enough not to.
You're
say
going to
that.
have an affair. Everybody on the internet has an affair.
No, my mom looked right at
Oh,
me
my
and went,
mom said that.
congratulations. I will never watch your streams.
There you go.
My mom comes to my morning
Right
shows.
at her, and why is that? She's like, because I know how you talk. I listen to enough of that language here. Why would I need to hear more of it? It's like,
Well, I will tell you, my mom was big about the affairs and because of stuff that happened to friends of us, and then Miss and I are looking at each other like, okay, but yeah, it's crazy.
But my mom tries to watch my shows. She comes to my morning show and she'll say hello. And everybody says hi to my mom because whenever she comes on, I go, "This is my mom." How you doing, Mom?
On one of my streams, but she didn't want to be on camera because we're trying to keep some privacy because of all the nieces and nephews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she went on the stream with me. I was at her house, but she just literally sat in a chair just off camera, and we went to town for like 3 hours of me and her interacting the way we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, crazy jokes, irreverent shit, Dr. Demento stuff, singing twisted songs in harmony together and stuff, and with the chat just sitting there going, "This explains so much."
See, I'd like to do that with my mom, but she can't hear, so it's like it'd be the whole stream. What's that? Huh? What? That's just. But let me say hello, especially to Phantom Outsider. Hell, was not in the chat much this day, and I'm glad you got some resolution. Are working towards resolution in your situation. Not sure if it's the way you wanted, but look, I know you wanted some guidance and some certainty.
Just wanted it over.
Yeah, but Phantom Outsider, you're a great dude out there. It's always great to have you around. Always picking at the bear, even when he's not around too.
Snortapoopus was accessing only burrs.
When he was a cub, you know.
Well, you know, those youngsters, like I say, I gave my kids, what was it, a Kindle or something like that.
Yeah,
and I thought, oh, well, they can't get on the internet on the Kindle. They don't have access to it. I mean, yes, it's Wi-Fi. So, no, my kid figured out how to get on the internet on the Kindle.
Which one?
Was
it the old one or Aang?
The younger.
Oh, okay.
So the tech that kid just figured it out. So it's like, oh my goodness.
Well, hell, the kid also destroyed every damn nursery. We went to church and stuff everywhere, and they were like reaming us out. We're like, look, you get good. Like Aang says about video games, get good. You can't help it. The kid was smart enough to reach behind the.
They took and the one that we took them there, and they were like 3. Okay. So what do you do if you have a 3-year-old? What, you watch them? Yes, they're 3. Well, my kid took and they had like 2 cabinets, and they had like to make a table, and so it had a hole in the middle. And my kid got up in there, reached behind the cabinet, got markers, and was marking all on the cabinet. So they come and tell me, and I'm thinking, well, why weren't you watching them?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, this kid is 3.
Yeah. God forbid the kid pulls the cabinet down on top of
watch him. And I said, and I'm like, well, put chairs in there, something to stop them from going in there. I mean, but it just was like, oh.
Yeah, it sounds like my brother.
Kids are not necessarily unable to get into trouble just because they're really tiny. Okay. Years ago, you remember in the 80s before they had a lot of the really high-end backwards seats like they have for car seats now, they had a lot of ones that were just like 5 and 7 points hooked so that you try to hold you in no matter which position you're in.
Yeah.
And that was what my mom had somebody give her, was a 7-point car seat. That's kind of important here because there was a common stop she had to make all the time when I was a baby. And I mean before the age of 1. This is what she would hear from the back seat. Mom, Rosanna Houdini again. I would climb out of a well-tightened 7-point car seat without unhooking it
Yep.
and start climbing around the car.
Oh my God. Transformers were Motors and Gears. Optimus caught Bumblebee going there many times. He was trying to access Ironhide subscriptions.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Yeah, total surveillance. Yeah, for a 3-year-old. Yeah, exactly. Because you got to keep an eye on them.
yeah.
But Mrs., what do you think? You know, I
I'm
was
not
telling
happy.
everybody.
You know what I think.
Well, yeah. So
You
more
know what I think. So hey, Max Redstone,
Max Redstone said more cold feet this week on me, right?
I'm freezing. I'm cold now. Right now, I'm freezing.
It warmed up though, but
I'm not happy.
It doesn't
I'm not
matter if
happy.
it's winter or summer. It doesn't matter if it's negative 30 or 120. When I go to bed, my feet are cold.
Oh, I'm just. Oof.
I'd be sweating
Okay, let me
everywhere
tell
else.
you.
My damn feet are cold.
I am. Okay, this is how cold I am. Okay. Dadman sleeps with like half a blanket on him. Okay,
right,
and just underwear. That's all. I have sweatpants on, a long sleeve shirt. Okay, and then I have I call it a Florida comforter. It's that it doesn't have thick batting in it, so I have like 2 Florida comforters, 2 like of those throws that you can buy at like Walmart or Target, and a fuzzy blanket. Yes, like those.
I bet you would want this one. This one is such thick quilted velveteen that it's 11 pounds.
Yep, and I have like 6 blankets. I don't like using heated blankets. They scare me. Electric blankets scare me to do while I'm sleeping.
To be safe with is you don't keep them on overnight. What you do is you turn them on top of your other blanket long enough to warm your blankets for a half hour as you go to sleep, and then and get the ones with auto shut off. They'll shut off and then they won't heat all night.
Right. But I sleep with all those blankets, and yeah, I'm so sorry, Sashi. I know it was a little bit TMI, but that's how cold I am, and my feet. What funnery is this?
I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's fun.
I think it is funnery.
Yeah.
By the way,
Hey,
Mrs. Dadman. By the way, Mrs. Dadman, I bet you 10 to 1 you would not like sleeping in my house. We have a tendency overnight to keep the house in the 50s.
Dadman keeps the house very cold.
It's set at 63.
We will often turn it all the way down to the minimum setting on ours, which is 58.
Oh,
I would go here. I would go lower too because like
that's the AC setting during summer. During winter, often we'll just let the house get cold at night.
Yeah.
And we have a cinder block house, and our bed is pushed up against the wall, so I'm sleeping by the cinder block. So I've got all the cold seeping in through them.
But you got me on the other side.
And I've got Mr. Heater on the other side.
Well, I can send you some links to some really good, really safe heating blankets that you could easily program to only turn on for about a half hour to warm your blankets up.
I don't know if I should be offended at Sashi. I mean, the whole world should know about how I sleep. But
I've met you in person and seen your face. I don't want to know what you're sleeping in. Sorry.
But you know what? Mrs. is always the one saying you share too much, and she's out here rolling off the top.
It just was okay. He wears short pajama shorts. Okay, so.
Foolish things around. But Stunning is the chief of the commandos,
By the way, the other great thing about this, Mrs. Dadman, this is actually printed with freaking tiger faces on it. You can actually see the stripes and stuff here.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I kind of like a weighted blanket too, so having all that
thick, warm weighted.
The weight of it is really.
This is one. This is one. They're both 11 pounds. They're sort of the same native quilted blankets here, and they're not. There's no actual weights at it. It's just so thick that it's 11 pounds each.
Well, that's cool.
Nice.
Well,
and looking at these temperatures or whatever the hell it is, or percentage of snow. Oh man,
this is one of the ones that came out tonight about about ice, frozen precipitation, which is even worse than the snow. It's like. Whether it goes north or south, it's like I've heard them say that the snow line, if it's south of the snow line, you're going to get ice. So This would shut us down with bridges and stuff like that we have around here, because Floridians cannot drive on a good day either. So
Floridians can't drive, and I am one of them.
Yeah. The Arnold version of Conan is now in Mortal Kombat. Speaking of Commando.
Oh.
And look, let's be clear. Most people everywhere can't drive. You get Iowa here. You know what's sad about being in Iowa here? I can actually literally predict exactly what drivers will do in traffic based on if they have the stupid black vanity plates or the Hawkeye sports crap on their car. Literally.
Yeah.
And for 18 years now we've been here. I've only ever had one Hawkeye driver not act psycho the way I predicted, ever.
Yep.
I had a meeting this morning that said, what was it? I sped around you and pulled in front of you, but I'm slowing down, and so you don't think I'm a maniac.
Yeah.
Robert is saying he spent a year in Florida. I can confirm. The way he says it's like a prison sentence.
One of these days, Dadman, when we're hanging out, we'll have to drag him into one of these streams.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to do that. But yeah, so it's just interesting to see how this is. We haven't been to Southeast Asia. Traffic is chaos. We have been to Vegas, though. We understand that everybody.
Well, no, you remember that when you were you did that one stream with I can't remember who it was, Vietnam, and they showed videos of yes, and they showed the videos of just. I mean, it was wall to wall motorbikes, vehicles, just crazy. There was like no lanes or anything.
Let me put it this way. I have been all over this country. I've been to many, many of the major cities. I have driven through several of them myself. And I would rather go back to the freaking 405 interchange in Seattle on Christmas weekend in rush hour than drive around these Hawkeyes.
That's bad.
Dude, I loved Iowa. Iowa was like wide open and
if you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody else driving around you, it's not so bad. If you're in the towns and you're dealing with all these Hawkeye psychos, it sucks.
What psycho is a damn 80-mile-an-hour speed limits up that way?
Oh no, that's nothing.
Sashi, that's how Las Vegas was. There were only reflectors, not lane markings. So, but yeah, I tell you, I do miss my time. I do hope we could go back up there.
Well, Dadman says in Florida, blinkers are you use your blinker to tell people to speed up.
Right, exactly. That's all they do. They rush up and cut you off.
No, that is exactly Iowa here. Literally, if you signal that you're going to turn and you're actually going to slow down, they will gun it and try to run you off the road almost every
Yep.
time.
No, I know. I got you. Well, here's one more weather product by the National Weather Service. Always consult NOAA and the National Weather Service for your
That's a very interesting looking graph.
Yeah, it's a hazard predictor because the dates of it, because see, it got hazardous cold through this area. Of course, the East Coast now for the 2022 projected to have heavy snow, which ends up just north of Florida. But I tell you what, I'll be honest, this thing is so close. 20 miles one way or the other, it doesn't matter. There's some models bringing more of the frozen precipitation deeper into Florida. Others have it up. So who knows? Really, 48 hours, you'll know more. But what's interesting is, unlike 2 weeks ago where they quickly said, okay, there's no chance, they're hanging on this one for this front, bringing some serious moisture in here. Definitely over towards Alabama, Louisiana, and South Georgia. Probably the panhandle of Florida, but then we'll see what happens to the rest of Florida.
Meanwhile, he complained about an 80-mile speed limit. I'm sitting there thinking, are you kidding? South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming area where they have those? I go faster than that. What, are you kidding me? I hit the 80-mile and I'm going 90 by the cops. Like, bye-bye.
My car won't go 80.
Just don't sit in the middle of a turn lane and then decide you're going to move because you didn't know where you were and get a
yes, it was pitch black. It was pitch black. We were in a turn lane. There was no one behind us, and the turn signal the light was green, but we couldn't see. We couldn't figure it out. So we were sitting there trying to figure out. We got pulled over by a cop because we were sitting in the turn lane.
Where was this?
It's in Wyoming.
Okay, Wyoming. If you're in the northern part of Wyoming, they are bored as hell looking for tickets. If you're in the southern part of Wyoming, they're dealing with all the traffickers from South America coming up to get into the highways and traffic into Canada and the US, and they don't give a crap what you do. So if you're in Wyoming, northern end, they're going to nail you for everything. Southern, they don't give a crap what you're doing.
We were afraid that we got pulled over because we had a tail light
out.
That it intermittently would go, it would work and not work. And we thought that's why they were pulling us over.
Yeah, like great. So
it's like, we're trying to get here and we can't figure it out. He goes, follow me. And so he was really good. He did give us a warning, though. It was so freaking stupid.
That's okay. But hey, Phantom Outsider says the problem with the commando thing is if you have a fire, you put pants on or flee. Hey, you
don't know how fast. Well, if you're just take your blanket and wrap yourself up and go.
You just run out like everybody see what God gave you, you know?
I lost all desire to ever sleep commando.
Humanity.
I lost all desire to ever sleep commando after going through fire drills at 3 a.m. in Job Corps in Montana in winter.
Oh.
I bet, yeah. But Stunning says he gets dressed fast, so oh wow, you
have literally seconds to get out. So throwing on a little bit of something's one thing, but if you have to worry about throwing on other stuff, you're not getting socks and shoes on, and you're walking out in Montana snow and ice.
No.
So it's like no.
West, you would rather drive in New Jersey. Phantom said New Jersey is driving death race 2000 with Mad Max rules, but you would take New Jersey over Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Phantom is the justice of all who's real and not. He's still nobody in Euclid, he said recently, can have a birthday because they're quarter hour, but he says Massachusetts is not a real place. There are cartoon characters and tunes don't know how to drive. So okay, let me shut up and let you go. So you would take New Jersey over Massachusetts?
Oh yeah. These people are absolutely. I mean, New Jersey. It's almost it is like death racing, but it's a controlled chaos. If I can say that right, but Massachusetts, it is vindictive assholery. Sorry, I don't mean to curse, but
that's okay.
It's assholian.
There's no other way to explain
my mom came up with assholian.
They are just just nasty people.
And I tell you what, the way this channel is designed, if you're out there from Massachusetts, feel free to defend your state. And good
Nobody in that state should defend it because it's a crap.
Well, we do have a few people in Massachusetts too, so if they go ahead, Wes.
The reason that I know about this is because I used to have to go up to visit my brother all the time up there. He lived there for years. It's one of the reasons he said he left. He couldn't deal with all the massholes up there.
Look, I grew up in South Dakota, and if people talk crap about the Black Hills area and Badlands and the western side of the state, I will defend it.
Give me 1 second. Snortapoopus, are you still there? I want you to stay around for 1 second if you can. So I do want to. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Snortapoopus, are you still here? I want to.
He should be. Hurry up! Sure.
It's kind of gone now.
All right. So hopefully he's here. Are you going north, mate? I appear to have lost my bearings.
You really just interrupted something. I was actually midway through.
I'm sorry. I wanted to get the Snortapoopus before he
just
left.
Just give me a few seconds while you got it set up.
I was quicker than I expected. All right. I'm sorry, Rosetta.
I don't know what I was saying anymore, though. I don't have.
It was about driving it. It was about driving it.
No, it wasn't. We were past that. You were talking about defending states, but I don't remember what I was trying to.
Black Hills, Badlands.
Oh God. I was trying to say. Yeah, I grew up in South Dakota. Let's talk about you can defend your home state or not.
Yeah.
If you try to attack West River, South Dakota, I will rip people apart and correct their crap. If you want to talk crap about East River or the other side of the Missouri River, we hate them too. Please take them with you.
Yes.
East River is where they put all the yuppie wannabe traditional redneck farmers and bigoted assholians who hate natives. Yeah. Take them. We don't want them in the state. I mean,
I don't think the rest of the country differentiates in the Dakotas. I think we make fun of all of it.
yeah,
Well,
but
I
the
just
problem
like
is
South
that
I'm
Florida.
kidding. I'm
everyone
kidding.
in the Dakotas are a bunch of redneck farmers, flatlanders, and stuff. That's literally only East River. Period. The rest of South Dakota and North Dakota are nothing like that.
What's like South Florida?
Well,
You deny
Dadman,
South Florida, though.
Dadman, I
Yeah.
am going to go ahead and beg off for right now so I can get some stuff done before the before my 2 a.m. stream this morning.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
All
Stay
right.
out of trouble,
Yes.
Chica.
I'll try. I try. I
Eventually,
did
we
it.
have to meet back up and go do some stuff together again.
Oh my gosh, yes we do. Oh yes we do.
I've got
And folks-
other places to take you and corrupt you. I mean,
And folks, I tell you what.
Oh,
if
yes,
you're ever
yes,
up in
yes.
South Dakota, she will reach out. She will take you to some good places. So,
Yes.
all right, Mrs.
Okay, well thank you.
Thanks for
And
coming
I
on
hope to
for
see some of you guys at 2 a.m. if you're still up.
probably
Bye.
not. I've got
It's-
a lot to deal with this weekend.
It's Friday night. What else can you got to do? So,
Okay. Some people have to work on Saturday.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you like my map, Mrs. So,
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Bye.
and that is the last of the maps. That's the last of the weather. So, yay. But anyway, yeah, it's fun. We'll see what happens. You guys, I don't know how y'all live in the snow. What I don't understand is how the Canadians live in it up there with the massive amounts, or people in Michigan with the lake effect snow. I've seen and heard about like Ohio and New York. It's like above houses. I mean, it's just and I've also heard the worst part is shoveling wet snow, because when it freezes, it gets heavy and all that. So, do you get to shovel any snow, Rosetta, or you, the hubby does that?
Depends on how much fell. If it's not too much, he does it, and I try to breathe because of my muscle and nerve issues. But as he's starting to have more medical issues, it's turning more into what it was when we first got married, which is both of us out there shoveling together.
Oh, all right.
But when I went and took care of my parents a few years ago before we lost Dad, I did what started me as a nature photographer was actually my mom fell on the ice on Christmas Eve several years ago and dislocated both shoulders and broke the ball joint in one.
Ooh, ow.
And she was in full restricted arm bracing for almost 3 months. And my dad had severe muscular dystrophy and couldn't do most things. Mom had to do most of them anyways. So I spent the majority of 3 months at their house doing everything, including helping take care of her medical and her functions and everything. And so I was also shoveling them. They live out in this tiny town in the middle of the mountains with this long dirt driveway that I had to shovel for them to be able to in and out for Mom's medical appointments for that. So that was fun, especially being in the mountains doing that. That's where I had one of the most weird princess moments with animals I think I ever had. Yeah. Because I was literally bent over shoveling. And I suddenly felt, how sometimes when you're bent over, the coat will like shift up and you'll have like a little cold spot in your back where your back hits the air. That happened. And I had that little bit of cold spot. And then a moment later, I felt something wet and cold touch it. And I jumped. I jumped and I spun around and came face to face with a freaking full-size buck deer nuzzling me.
Oh, wow. That'll surprise you. That'll bless your heart. Oh my gosh. Wes, what about you? I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah. Did you punch the deer or what'd you do?
No, I just kind of stood there in shock at that moment.
Okay.
I know, Dad, man. Yeah. I just kind of get weird.
Yeah, Wes, what about you with snow? I mean,
I used to shovel it. When I was a kid, there was the neighborhood was there was a bunch of kids, but most of our neighbors were all older. So when I was like in my teens and stuff, I can remember shoveling like my house, and then across the street there was an elderly couple that couldn't shovel, and next door was elderly on both sides, and then there was a guy 2 houses down that had a heart attack. I shoveled like every time it snowed. I shoveled like 5 or 6 houses, so I had my fill of shoveling. So we got a big snow blower with a maw on the front that's like 3 by 3 feet. I can throw everything, man. It's great.
Unfortunately, those don't work well on dirt driveways because it
throw the
rips them
dirt
to
too,
pieces.
Yeah.
I will say with this deer, there was a lot of weirdness. Okay, so my mom had garden stuff going. Usually, if we had stuff that turned for veggies and stuff, we'd literally just toss them out where the garden bed was, and we'd just let them decompose and blend them in when we tilled it to plant, right? We tossed a bunch of stuff out right before a blizzard one time, and then sat there for hours watching a bunch of deer pick all the dead fruits and veggies out of that spot to eat them because they weren't too rotten for them.
Right.
And ever since then, the deer that were there that night would come up to the house and try to visit. And this buck was one of the ones that was there that night that kept eating all the oranges he found. In fact, I have a picture of him when he picked up an onion and tried to eat it and didn't realize it wasn't an orange and then spat it out and had a whole tantrum trying to bury it.
Right.
And ever since then, every time I was at my mom's place, he would follow me around. A few weeks after this had happened with him nuzzling me, we were in the living room hanging out talking, and she had the window open so you could hear our voices outside. He came up Dad's ramp and started trying to knock at the door, literally.
Wow.
Trying to get in to see us. He loved us. I don't know. Apparently, he loved that we fed him stuff, even if it was inconsequential and not on purpose, you know? We were his buddies. But he literally had been hanging out in the yard constantly from when he was a few months old until basically like a year ago, probably his lifespan.
Yeah.
So it's like he was nuzzled up. We had a beaver at golf course not far from my house here.
A beaver?
That would come and hang out in the backyard with me.
Beavers! The other animal of this channel.
This would crack me up because he liked me so much. And we had this neighbor that had the most jerk of a dog that was always trying to bite at me through the fence. And one day the beaver, because this beaver would lay beside me while I was sitting out back doing stuff. And one day a dog is barking at me. Also, the beaver stands up, walks over, and just bit it through the fence in the nose.
Oh, man. Beavers. Wow. Zombie. Good thing it wasn't a zombie beaver.
And I'm telling you, that dog never bothered me again.
No. Yep. That's why they tell you not to feed the animals. Exactly.
Animals me anyways. Bob has seen enough of this stuff and a lot of the photos and videos from it.
There's a beaver joke in there with that, though. I can't pull one off. Really,
stroke
right
it.
there.
Stroke the beaver. It'll come to you. I mean,
no, just eat the beaver, you know. But what's so great is I'm an Oregon State Beaver fan, so I can have all the fun with beavers that I want. Mrs. and I had the hats. I had the Oregon State Beavers hat, and she had the Moorhead State hat. So put the two together. What a great combination. But hey,
I will say the deer around my mom's town are weird anyways.
Yeah.
It's literally the only place I've ever been in the country where I've yet to see a deer in that town that doesn't walk single file across the roads and check for traffic when they cross.
What are they, Tuscan Raiders? You know, to hide their numbers?
I literally don't know. Every time these deer cross roads in my mom's town, they stop at the edge, they look both ways, they check the cars, they walk in single file across the road, and then they hang out in the yard on the other side. It's like
they're Tuscan Raiders. They're Tuscan deer.
what the frick are these things?
They're Tuscan Raiders dressed as deer in real life. You know, they were on the set of Star Wars years ago. But hey, so let's look at a few memes. I got some memes we can do some tonight. Of course, we're going back in the winter theme because of what we are potentially facing. We'll never know. Or maybe people out west a little bit. We'll get a little bit. So let's take a look at some snow and some winter memes, shall we? How to keep kids out of your yard.
That looks like the kind of snowman that Calvin would have made in Calvin and Hobbes.
Beavers are fun. Some of them have jump wings. Nice, Sashi. Anyway, I figured you'd like this one. So, it's the same thing in Florida. You hear about feeding alligators. They're prohibited. Everybody knows you're not even supposed to play with them, mess with them, and all that. Or manatees either, but people still do it and shoot video and put on TikTok and everything.
There's only one animal that you're allowed to feed in the Black Hills at all, and that is the wild burros, which the forest rangers have a very small herd that they maintain that's actually been trained enough to deal with the tourists to allow it. That's the only ones you're allowed to go near or touch. And the thing is, again, this wasn't, like feeding the wild animals. This was like putting stuff in the yard and they ate it.
Well, like here, Frosty's hungry. Nice.
But no,
yeah, Max Redstone with the beavers plenty of beavers.
We have the same issue around here of people trying to feed stuff. It's like the last thing you need to do. I understand bird feeders and stuff, although they have problematic if you do too much with them, because if they get too accustomed to overfeeding, they get more lazy.
Yeah.
But oh God.
Yeah, we're
no, that's common around where I grew up too. That's common where I grew up too. Look, I could tell stories in my mom's driveway in town of having interactions with mountain lions, coyotes, wolves, and shit. So
it's crazy. Even around here, we've
even got some amount of coyotes and wolves and bears and stuff that even occur over in East Iowa here.
All right, well, let's take a look. Oh my God, it's snowing. Better tell everyone on Facebook just in case they don't have a window.
Yeah.
And Stunnings were playing with the beavers twice. So, all right.
Beaver.
Nice beaver.
Beaver up the butt.
We may have to do beaver memes one night just for the fun of it. When you're late too. I hate the grammar here. It's like bad
and
punctuation.
You are too lazy to get rid of snow. You build someone to do it for you. Sorry, that one was bugging me too.
Yeah,
I know. It's like
wrong. You're wrong too.
But hey, he's happy. He's smiling.
He is.
But he's got a lawnmower.
And when he's done, you just turn around and run that over him. I mean,
yes.
I saw a video. And speaking of this, I saw a video I was scrolling through Twitter. Somebody was clearing the snow with a lawnmower.
Well, he's doing it, so yeah. I guess
it was throwing it, yeah.
I guess if you start early and you keep up, it could work, But you wouldn't want that for about 6 or 8 inches of snow.
No.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, steady. I wonder what he was smoking. He looks like he's. Yeah.
That's why he's smiling.
Yeah. Got me some cars. Ditches love cars. Dude, this is from 1989. I got pictures like this in Florida when it was that way. When you just everybody in ditches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Today the snowman, tomorrow the world. For you cat lovers here. Oh. Yes. So I figured you'd like this one, Rosetta, with the cat. So it's like
cat on that.
Yeah. Yeah,
not bad, not
that.
Bad.
Yeah.
The cat almost reminds me of Ornery.
Oh, you got to remember, snowmen are mob adjacent, so you better watch out.
Well, they'll fit in New Jersey then.
Saji said that took an unintended. That was my auto correct. One y'all took lazy. Yeah, I'll be honest. I call it auto incorrect.
Yes.
Hey, Chewy, dropped my lightsaber shoveling snow. Damn Wampa nearly took my head off.
There you go. Oh God.
We got a couple Star Wars. Hey, clean parking lots make you happy. Oh, it's too. Yeah.
Oh, you can't see the bottom.
Yeah, it's. Crap! Damn it! I cut that off wrong. But it's basically you're a sweet.
An extra P.
You're a street cleaner. When clean parking lots make you happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not that clean. That's actually pretty thick ice on it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Here for the Canadians. Here's a Canadian archaeology.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's pretty much any mountain in this area. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but we can blame the Canadians. That's the thing.
I blame them for anything because one of my best friends is up there. I mean,
well, Stunning's up there, so what's it?
Stunning's up there.
Yeah. Spider-Man. We got Canadian Spider-Man, Comic Relief Crusaders,
yes.
Stunning and Brave.
My gnome from my channel, my Lydian, is from Canada up there. In fact, I get to meet him at the end of February. We're going to go see a show together. He's coming down to meet up with me over in Ohio.
Boy, yay, that's awesome. Phantom Outsider says that snowmen are very successful at unaliving as they are never caught. Remember, no fingerprints, but sometimes freezer burn. Oh, Stunning. Instead, Stunning said Mads is Canadian. Okay, I didn't know that. Let's see. Here we go. No, in Iowa, it is so cold today. We had to wear a hat.
That looks like a Hawkeye. I'm sorry. I mean,
I picked this one just because of you, Rosetta.
That looks like a Hawkeye. I'm telling you, that guy is into Hawkeye sports.
Oh, I bet. I mean, those people will like punishment because there's nothing more boring than watching an Iowa football game.
Well,
Sashi,
I mean, I don't think there's
Sashi
any
says
more boring
blame
than watching
Canada. They're not a
football
real
anyways,
country
but-
anyway.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Or as Tiki, my Tourette's likes to call my friend up in Canada the micro penis of the North.
Yes. Oh, they're Stunning. Stunning says that's him out there in the cold.
What were you doing in Iowa? Are you stalking the princess?
Oh, they get here. Snow.
That's funny.
Well, Fan Mouse says that. Well, people that do that are the same ones that show up shirtless and win at football games. Yeah, I think
those are mostly in Chicago and Wisconsin. Let's be honest.
Or Philadelphia too, because I think I read one about or Kansas. There was a story. I think it popped
It
on
happens
Twitter
in all the areas, but it's really bad in Chicago.
There's one guy that I think did it last year, and he got severe frostbite, almost died from it. So
I need to find the news article that I had a while back that I use every so often when I want to talk about how stupid people can be. And I don't know if you want me to announce. I'll put it in private chat. You can tell me if I can say that out loud.
Okay, I'll look. So, but yeah, it's there was a crazy story. It's like, I mean, look, I've gone out underdressed in cold temperatures before, but to be nonstop. Yeah, you can say it. I mean, was this a real news story, or is this what?
Well, this was years ago, but I've had trouble finding it.
Was it a news story, or was it?
No, this was before all the AI shit. This was years ago in a newspaper. I just have been trying to find the article since.
Okay, yeah, but go. Yeah, you can say.
I'm trying to find. Yeah, it was literally the story was a guy had his privates fall off after he got drunk and made love to a snowman because he got too much frostbite. Really the meaning of the story of Frosty the Snowman, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's kind of one of those cool ones that I could pull out for wear in the USA sometime. So that's
I always thought that was a Florida man on vacation, but I mean,
well, you never know. But hey, all right, let's see. Let's go to the other ones that we got. We got a few more. So, well, shit. Yeah, it's like, damn. Oh, Sashi said, I don't put limits on stupidity. I used to do that. Then I worked in retail.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because I know this story, and because one time it did happen, you end up with, if you search it online, you get like the 40 fake stories everybody made based on it. And it's so horrible trying to find the original.
No, I got you. I got you. By the way, here comes another Star Wars Snowda.
Cold am I?
Looks how tall he is for 800 years. Hey, Wade Raid. Hey, Wade Raid on Twitch. Hey, welcome, Wade. Thank you on the side. Hey, Wade. Let's see. Let me go ahead and say hi to Wade over there.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad.
Hey, Wade.
I love that when one really horrible, stupid thing happens, they become urban legend, and then everybody fakes them happening like 80,000 more times, and then they start getting debunked from all the fake ones. So finding the original idiot becomes this like crapshoot of wading through all the crap people have posted since.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I've seen that happen to so many stories of idiots and like Florida man stories and stuff. It's like there's one story, and you end up with if you could find the original newspaper, it's there. But
Yeah,
within a
but
few years, there's so many fakes based on it, you can't
I
hardly get
had
an original anymore.
well, what I found is the same story may happen again and again in different places. We had the West Kegel the other night had not seen the motorized beer coolers, but
Yeah.
it happened. It happened in Australia, but there are other cases in the States where they had motorized beer coolers.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
it's funny
It's
how,
funny.
and then of course the Walmart's are nothing but repeat stories. And
Mhm.
here's what I showed for Snorter Poopus earlier. Are you going north, mate? I appear to have lost my bearings. I mean, I'll make sure. And hey, Twilight Linkable's over on the Twitch side too. Hey, Twilight Linkable. Doing pretty good today. Up late on a Friday. Just kicking around a little bit with some friends. Trying to get these Friday night streams going off. We got 16 people with us tonight. Thank y'all for being here. Share the word out. Get the people. Let's go. Well, maybe one day we'll have 30 or 40 people hanging out, just doing stupid shit and rambling and talking and just being stupid and silly and not so drama stuff. But hey, good to
Oh, yeah.
see us. And he likes Snowda. Snowda's funny.
That
That's a
was
good
fun.
joke.
That was fun.
Yes. I like this one, so I'll have to message that one to Snorter Poopus later. What's that?
Hi, dog.
Okay.
Sorry, I just get a little ticky.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, here. This is the perfect one that I figured. Snow in the north, snow in the south.
Except for the snow in the north has a lot more, and they're still driving that way. The snow in the south has a lot less, and they're still driving that way.
Yeah, but you got the car on the fire. Everybody in the ditches. That's the thing.
Except for Iowa does that, and these people know how to drive on snow. I mean,
See, dude, this is like reality. I can show you the pictures from 1989 where they're pushing cars over a bridge.
Okay.
They're pushing what? And cars stopped on the interstate.
Story. A few years back, in fact, actually 5 years ago now almost, I made this trip, and I went from here in Iowa all the way down to Pensacola area and then across the southern states over to Vegas and see family over in Cali and stuff, and then back through the middle of the country. When I was leaving the Florida area and heading west, as I was crossing the Welcome to Mississippi sign, just on the other side of it on the interstate was a car on fire and a bunch of cops running around chubby with donuts in hand trying to figure out how to put it out.
Wow. Yeah.
And all I could think is, if this doesn't say welcome to a southern state, what does? Right?
Yeah. Nope. I know. And let me say thank you also to Twilight Linkable, who's rating on the Twitch side with one. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it as always. Yes. Yeah, but see, what got me with the car on fire was just like everything's wet, moist, and you think that okay, cars wrecked up in the ditches and the trees and stuff, but you gotta have the car on fire. It's like, oh boy. I love that one. And that was it for the memes. That's why I held that one for last. So
Sashi's taking off. So
all right, Sashi. You gotta get back to work. Man, thank you for hanging out for so long while you're at work. Appreciate it, dude. Always good to see you. See you around the Mrs. Channel today, tomorrow. I may do some Fortnite streams this weekend. I may just do a random talk at some time. I don't know, but I got a lot of stuff to do this weekend. We'll see a lot of stuff's up there this weekend. So, but hey, glad to have y'all with us tonight. So let's see.
I'm here. You need to wake up for a few minutes so you won't keep me up all night for attention.
Yeah, exactly. My mama got to sleep. By the way, I want to share a few things. I don't know if Jess is still here, if she made it by, but hey, Jess, our mod, shows us some food pictures. So let me do a couple of food pictures that Jess sent. Get your thoughts on it. Are y'all familiar with Hamburger Helper? The stuff in a box.
Yeah, I was muted. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. But hey, apparently they come in single servings now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never saw this, but the chili macaroni microwave cup and tomato basil macaroni.
Speaking of food, I should have taken pictures of that the other day when me and my hubby were making it.
Oh, really?
We were learning how to make diabetic-friendly sweet nuts that were roasted. And what we made were monk fruit glazed, roasted macadamias coated in chocolate, cinnamon, and cardamom.
Oh, that's neat.
Yummy.
We'd have to try that sometime here. So Mrs. likes to make the sugar peanuts at Christmas, but that sounds like something we probably need to do. Yeah,
I
single
will
service.
warn you, if you cook with monk fruit as a candy likes, or when you have to cook down and make hot, it heats much more than sugar and at a much lower temp.
Okay, so don't walk off.
Be aware of that. Be really gentle with that temperature.
Keep an eye out. Man, we got 19 people here, 16 on the YouTube side, 3 on the Twitch side. Make sure you follow us over on the Twitch side, but hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We already got Robert Aberl tonight to get us up to 676. We're almost at 20 people now, so hey, fruitcakes! No, it's fruitcakes and porta potties, lemon pie. Hello, Citrus. Good to see you. And hey, here is the great person out there. This is somebody that loves shouting out on channels. Thank you for all the retweets. Peter Vinkman fan site. Always a blast to have you around with us. Great to see you. Hamburger helper helps your hamburger help her make a great meal. Yes, I remember that saying, but it's really good though. It really, really, really does good. But yeah, lemon pie, you were around for fruitcakes and porta pies that night. Folks, I will say, it was 3 hours the other night. Mrs. was here, Wes was here. Go back and try to watch that stream from the other night. At least skim through a little bit. I never heard Wes Cagle laugh in my life like Wednesday night. That was so
that
funny.
movie's great, man. I'm telling you, all the pictures, memes, the lines you were doing for that movie. It doesn't get much better than that, man.
Yeah, Better Off Dead. We basically did a mini Better Off Dead review. And then we threw all kinds of stupid memes in on top of it. It was a blast.
Oh, yeah.
So if you go check that one out, that's a hoot. But yeah,
I kept hearing $2 in my sleep.
$2, I know. And a switchblade comb.
Yeah.
But tuna helper. Would y'all eat tuna helper?
No.
Not a tuna person, so no.
The only way I eat tuna is a tuna helper. I love tuna helper.
I revile tuna. I hate it with a passion.
Well, I ate it as a kid, but tuna helper is the only way. I can't deal with the mayonnaise and all the other crap. Like the missus makes tuna salad, but tuna helper. It was actually the last meal I made when I was staying at my mom's house because it was like my favorite meal that she made as a kid. Okay. So I know lemon pie, but it just brought back my memory about fruitcakes. And I like your spelling, though. I like your spelling better than the
it's like Fruit Loops.
Exactly. Chicken helper. I've never heard of that one.
Well, see, that's why I don't make tuna salad. I get the cans of the Swanson chicken, and I make chicken salad. So.
I don't like canned chicken either. I think that's disgusting.
Yeah. My brother always says when I make the chicken salad, he's like, smells like cat food. So I'm like, okay.
I might have a revilement both from textural sensitivities and growing up on commodities. I absolutely hate canned meats of the product.
Yes. Lemon pie, avoid raw pork helper. Yes. You know. We joke when we go to the hibachi, and they're like, "How do you want to cook your steak? You know, rare one, whatever." And so we joke with them about chicken. I was like, "Can we have rare?" It's like,
yeah,
it's like rare chicken. It's like no, but I will tell you, I had an ex-brother-in-law. Oh my God, that was like when he burned freaking hamburgers to truly like hockey pucks. You can play hockey as black as those things were, and they would do damage. They break a window. Yeah. But his chicken on a friggin' grill was raw. It was stringy. God. It was stringy. It was pink as anything.
There was a commercial. I don't know what it was for, but there was a guy grilling, and the wife's like, "Aren't those a little underdone?" He's cooking chicken. "Aren't those a little underdone?" He's like, "Nah, it's okay when it's a little pink." And then it cuts to an ambulance pulling up to the house. Whee!
God. Oh, so lemon pie hates well done steak. So what do you say, lemon pie? Are you a rare, medium, whatever? See, we have a debate in our house with that because I know the missus likes to. Missus will eat a rare, blood rare. I mean, it's like really beyond rare. That's how rare she will eat the steak. I like it at least cooked to some degree.
Yeah, that went pretty
So
well done.
I'm really a medium. I'm more of a medium rare to medium guy. What did you say? Oh, people know.
I usually make it pretty well done. As a matter of fact, I'll take my steak and I put it on the grill, and then I slather it on the top with some barbecue sauce. Then I flip it over and slather it again. I do that multiple times, so it doesn't burn, but it gets very well done eventually if you do it long enough. Yeah.
I cannot eat things with pink in them because of food sensitivities and immune issues.
Right, and there are things that happen. You always have to do that. But like the missus, she wants it where a good vet could bring it back to life, as she says. So Stunning's medium or medium rare.
I'm an
rare
R.
You're an arse, yes. Or medium well. I'm more medium to medium rare. Oh, buddy is medium well to well.
There you go.
See, that's just you got less of the steak, less cooking. It's usually bigger. But hey, whatever you want, that's fine and all that. I just as long as it's not tough, that's the biggest thing.
It's a London broil. It's a London broil, a little bit less than well done. So it's still a little red. It's a little bit better. I don't know. Cook a London broil too much and it gets tough.
Yeah, exactly. I finally got where when I was making steak for the missus, I got to get back to cooking now that I'm home again. But it's like I finally truly started doing about 40 seconds on each side for her, and that's it. So, because she likes it rare. But, yeah. So, I was going to go somewhere, and I lost my thought. Oh, gosh. So, let's see. I know it's like let's see. I think I know what I was going to do. I was going to try to bring up a picture real quick. Let's see what y'all think with this. Although Stunning made a rare steak, it turned out just pretty good. Yeah. Okay. See, this is kind of like the see that rare. See how this rare is?
Mm-hmm.
Let me make it a little bit larger just in case. That rare is medium for the missus. That is too cooked for her.
Oh, God.
See, and you know what? I don't like these kinds of ones where they're like, you've ruined it if you do. First of all, if you know what you're doing, a really good cook can cook something so it's completely brown through and it's still juicy as hell and soft.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of the people who decide to judge other people for the cook they have on foods because there's so many personal reasons.
Right. No, I agree. In this case, I was using it for the color scale. It is color scale because see, to me, first thing I think that is not a rare steak. That to me is medium rare, because that should barely be red at all to be a good rare steak. And a medium rare looks overcooked. See, the medium rare should be medium to me in this. But
that is actually pretty accurate to the actual chef scale.
Yeah, it probably is, but hey, so Buddy said the only pink meat I like is prime rib. I agree. I do like my prime rib.
The only way to cook a well done and make it very juicy is to hard sear it and then bake it.
Yeah,
you cannot just cook it on the pan or it's going to dry out.
Well, my brother cooks his. He uses the he cooks it first in the with the sous vide, and then throws it on the grill just for a short period on each side, just to sear it up.
Oh, is that the way Mark D with a C talks about sous vide? Where you boil it in a bag or something? Yeah.
It's like a thing that it cooks in water. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I am familiar with that. Reverse sear is good, and I'll eat from 3 to 5. LOL. Speaking of that, I might have to tell the missus when we're done. Let's run to Waffle House for a few minutes. I'm getting hungry again. All right. So let's see. Here got another. Oh, by the way, our friend Jess sent us a number of these things. This is White Castle, I believe. Yeah. Sloppy Joe combo. They got a Sloppy Joe, Smoky Joe, Spicy Joe. So
I remember Sloppy Joes as a kid. My mom used to make them. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
What fight? What fight, buddy? Is there a fight tonight?
After the wife, we're gonna fight. But that.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Well, I tell you what, the last time we did a fight, it was like we had Mrs. I had everybody on it for that Mike Tyson paycheck match. That thing was horrible.
yeah.
I think the Mrs. would like what Robert has. Just a few seconds with a flamethrower sees it to taste,
Yeah.
and then you gotta get caught.
I've got a brother who is military stuff. Who that's the only way he likes to eat things because the few times you could cook your meats and stuff when you did get them out and while serving, you had to flash cook and make sure you didn't have much heat and stuff so people couldn't find you. And he got very accustomed quickly to eating things really rare. And he just, that's how he does ever since he came back.
Yeah. And by the way, here she is, Jess.
Hey, Jess.
Jess showed up just in time for the Breyers cookies and cream peeps.
Now, see the peeps.
Ugh.
My father's a funny duck with some of these things. When he was still with us, he loved peeps, but he had to leave them out on the counter overnight and then eat them in the morning. He liked them completely stale. I'm like, what is your what?
Peeps aren't food; they're packing material.
He ate that way, and he used to eat Jacks too. He'd have to open up the bag of Jacks and leave them out overnight and eat them stale the next day.
I can understand because there's some things with bread products. I like it where it's a little crunchier, a little harder.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, I got it. But hey, Jess sent me these last few. Also sent a lot of stuff. Peeps, okay.
Wow, Breyers though. I've never seen them.
Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I could try. I don't know. We'll see. I might buy a couple and just take a shot at it. Buy some for Grandma Man Walking. She loves her peeps. So, growing up, it's like peeps used to be, I swear, it seemed like you could only get peeps around Easter. And then over the years, they started selling them year round. Now you got Halloween peeps, Christmas peeps.
They were oversold when they were even for Easter. They're such garbage.
Oh, and you can take the air out of them too with a vacuum thing. That I think Mrs. has talked about that or seen some videos of them where you just take I think Mrs. is dehydrated or the peeps. Might have to have a stream one night with peeps involved. So 20 people are here now. Woohoo! Yay!
Do you people not have lives? I mean, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't. I'm the one streaming all the time. But hey. Oh, yes. His brother nuked the peeps to expand them and then eat them. Yeah, okay. That's what. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Canadian Spider-Man.
Hey, CSM, how are you?
And he's right. He's right.
Easter only too. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Jess. Yeah, those do sound better than Dr. Pepper flavored peeps. Yeah, exactly. Whoop whoop. Back to you, Canadian Spider-Man. How are you doing tonight? Hey, that one's in the one section. That's all Easter stuff. I know, but still, it's oh my goodness. So hey, it's all good. He's hiding from Doomcock. Kidding. Oh god. 21. All right. Woohoo. Be sure to hit that like button, folks. Let's get us like share the stream out if you can. And that would be awesome. So Helen, whoop whoop again. Hey, comment. There's another great Canadian. All my Canadian brethren and friends across the border. All good evening to you guys. It means a lot that y'all are here with us tonight, which y'all are going to laugh at when I recap what we started with tonight. Peter Venkman Fansite loves the coffee flavor peeps. I've never seen those though. Wes, I think we're going to have to find a peep stream soon. So,
I just literally thought of the combination of one of the worst candies of all time combined with one of the worst drinks of all time.
Oh, wait a second. Hey,
you might get arrested with that stream, Dadman.
We'll call it a peep show, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and wood stoves cranked. Hey, I bet you're gonna have a fire stream one day soon. So hey, buddy says Dr. Pepper Jack Links are good. Canadian Spider-Man's laughing. Oh, it's cool. Comic Road Crusader, great to see you. Oh, Twilight Link, well, should give that a try. What's winter? Yeah, well, we're gonna have one this week. So, do you like your peeps rare or well done? I just like the damn thing. So. But that gets.
I just like them in the trash.
What is wrong with you?
I hate peeps so much. They're freaking cardboard-esque.
Cardboard
No,
light.
the
maybe,
only no, you want something really
The
bad.
only
is
thing
those
worse than
circus
peeps
peanuts.
is candy corn.
oh
Candy
my
corn's
God! You know what?
good. Circus peanuts. Now that's awful.
Oh my!
Dadman's mad at me now.
Welcome to the Dadman Show, where my guests now cross lines. They bash both candy corn and circus peanuts. I think circus peanuts is much more worse. Hello.
I'm not sorry.
Hey,
I was the one who
I know
started the
you're
candy
not.
corn wars with
I know.
being
but
drunk years
Wes
ago.
Cagle went over the line with the circus peanuts. Do you talk about stale? I love those things when they're stale and hard to eat.
God. I
There's
eat
just a
2 of them. I start getting a headache.
Yes. Anything
Phantom,
marshmallow. You're
amen, amen.
Yes. Oh, we've got
Hey,
a lot of party.
anything you wrote, anything is marshmallows. Can I stick a circus peanut on a stick and hold it over a fire?
Adam says, I'm the king of bad candy. He likes candy corn, circus peanuts, also packing peanuts.
Oh,
well, if you paint them up the right color. But JPRPH1, hello. Sorry
Hey.
that you got to get through, but hey, let me wish you, it is still your birthday. Happy birthday, JPRPH1. Good to see you. And I get to wish you a happy birthday tonight. So Barry Place 28 is coming in. Folks, stay around with us. We have still not finished stuff. We got Where in the USA coming up. You do not want to miss that too. Candy corn from Pre-Lunchtime Fungus. Oh my God.
Amen. Stop.
I will have to do that when it later, Jess. But there is a meme that I've got to show right now. I've got to find it. The missus had it before. It's on the topic. I'm serious. I'm going to have to talk to the missus. With Easter coming up, we'll have to do a peep show. Yeah, because this was one that the missus found when we talked about candy a long time ago. And I just, I've got to, yeah. All right. Yeah, here it is. All right. Let me, what's it? All right, folks. All right. Are you ready for this? Let me make sure everybody's up here. Let's see. So, all right, let's do this real quick. All right, so the candy corn. What is with you people? Anyway. All right.
I like candy corn.
We rule.
Okay, what do you know? What rules is peeps and a pole dancing?
Oh God.
Well, you wanted a peep show.
There
is that
you
blue
go.
on the devil? Is that blue on the devil? Looks like.
It's got pointed ears and those eyebrows. Oh, look, Pink Bunny back here's got little pasty things. See?
Oh yeah.
Like right there. Looks like there's dollar bills in the string there. And of course the chicks are just sitting here watching, you know.
So it's a Chip and Dale show if there's chicks in the audience.
I may be, but it's so I remember when the missus found this when we had a stream. But yeah, I had to talk to her about we'll have to do something with peeps. Jess, I'll take a look at that later when I can, because that would be a great idea for something with the coming up and call it the Peep Show. Well, but we've got great ideas: fruitcakes and porta potties, and now the Peep Show. So yeah, we played that before. Mrs. found that last year. So yes, fun with food. Exactly. I mean, who said food can't be fun?
Depends on what you're putting it on.
Well, I guess that's I guess that's true. But oh my gosh, so oh yeah, okay. Oh man. Oh my God. Oh crap. I'm gonna say these. Jess sent me a couple things peep inspired, but I don't have enough time to work. I'm just like that. That's Jess. All hats off to you. Thanks. And folks, I appreciate when y'all send me stuff because we will try to use it as best we can. All right. And I got one more, I think, food ways we got here. This Jess told me about this. This is another from White Castle. We don't have a White Castle here. I passed on going to there once in Kentucky. So I've never had a chance to have White Castle, but what it gets me is You get 20 for $19.39. Why do you put cheese on them? I don't know. Like our Crystal hamburgers, anyway. 30 original sliders, just short. What I like it's less than $1 a burger. Unlike the Crystal friggin' hamburgers, they're like way too overpriced. I'm afraid to ask what the price is for 100 sliders. You can order a Crave Crate using the app.
Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. White Castle in Jersey here has got a bad reputation. The only place that you end up having to keep the bathroom nearby even worse is when you go to Taco Bell.
Well, see, White Castles and Crystal hamburgers are very similar. Like White Castle, the Crystal, I mean, they are different from as what I understand, but they're the small steamed bun with the little square burger with the onions, pickle, and mustard. And I think the mustard's slightly different, but the same thing is too. I know my dad got sick one time. We were up watching Atlanta Braves he ate a Crystal one night, and it was like gut bombed. It was crazy. So.
Steamed buns are disgusted. They should be toasted or nothing.
Yeah. Oh, Phantom Outsider said he can eat White Castles, New Jersey, but he knows of Crystal burgers and they seem off. Yeah, could be. Yeah, the price is severe. Abdominal stress. Absolutely. So that is what we have with food. So hey, thanks. We're gonna have to do that one night with the good old
sliders and peep
shows. Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord. Do it on a Wednesday. I'll be
and do it on the Fruitcakes and Porta Potty channel.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to the missus this weekend. We gotta start. You know what though? If I go live this weekend, if we do that and go live this weekend, I don't know. I'll see if I can talk the missus into it because everybody had to come in back. That was a riot the other night. Oh, Jess added a Crave Crate to the cart in the White Castle app. Says $102.
Wow.
Well, wait a second. Well, is that post tax? Because if that's pre-tax, then they're charging more per burger. But what do I know? That's Phantom Outsider said the reason White Castle has steamed buns is they put the buns over the onions.
Yes.
On the
yes,
grill.
That's true.
Well, he did say over the unions on the grill
from
the great state of New Jersey. So the buns get the onion flavor in them. So
that's even worse.
I thought he was talking about grilling union workers there for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I'm biased because I can't eat onions and I have a chemical reaction to it in my throat that seals my throat.
Yeah, but pre-tax. Yeah, go ahead.
But I hate the smell and taste of them even before I started reacting like that to them. So. Yeah, onions on burgers just ruins a burger.
Pre-tax. See, that's over $1 a burger. Yet at the other levels, they were under $1 a burger. I don't know. So Robert, being down here in Florida, quite a few Crystals in Florida, they were okay. Had a White Castle on the way back to Denver. Not impressed.
Everyone I know who's eaten at White Castle calls it White Castle.
Yeah, Mrs. said when she tried it up in Kentucky, she was like, "Yeah, it's okay." So. Is that pre-tax or post-tax? If that's pre-tax, then okay, I get that. But yeah, it still seems an odd price. But at least from the sign that I read, maybe it's an old sign. Phantom asks, "What's the count on the case?" They go 20, 35, 50, and 100. It look the Crave Crate that they're talking about is 100. So all pre-tax. Okay, well, hey.
Wow.
No, stunning. That's what I call my husband when I'm mad at him.
Well, Buddy said his brother got so sick from White Castle. It's funny. Have you ever gotten sick at a restaurant? I mean, because of the food?
Only once. I got food poisoning when I ordered Little Caesars one time.
Pizza Hut in multiple states has given me and my sister food poisoning every time we've ever eaten at it.
See, I've never had food poisoning. I mean, I've had stuff that I shouldn't have eaten that reacted to me, but I've never had food poisoning. Mrs. says it's like you don't want to live. It's like the worst thing that you could have.
It's like death.
Have you ever gone back to eat at a place where you had food poisoning?
Nope. Last time I ordered it was a Little Caesars mushroom pizza. Got food poisoning. That was in 1988. I have not eaten there since.
Okay, look.
Caesar. I mean, pizza.
Garbage you scraped off of the bottom of your oven is better than Pizza Hut. That's not a comparison.
Hey, see, this is about right. That's about the price that Crystal are, and it's like ridiculous. Robert would know, Captain Robert would know too. Like the shape of the crystals, it's ridiculous to pay that much for a burger. There's nothing there. But I tell you, Burger King was one that originated in our hometown. Double Whopper, no pickles, no mayonnaise. Hey, look, I go no mayonnaise, no onions, and I do like Burger King.
I remember when Burger King's burgers used to have pretty good quality meat, and they switched the quality meat and started changing how you process them and cook them to try to keep them moist with cheaper end meat while I was working at them in college.
Yeah, well, they used to grill them. Then they started frying them like McDonald's.
No, it's still a grill. It's a auto grill machine and it's crap, but it's still a grill.
What Fallout Dave?
The reason it tastes fried is because they literally soak them in their own grease to hide how crappy of quality they are.
Fallout Dave, which restaurant are you talking about? White Castle or Crystal? I'm just curious there. But Robert, I agree with Robert here. Let me see. Well, what's your favorite pizza place? Lemon Pie saying Domino's over Pizza Hut. To me, it depends on the mood I'm in for it. And Jess asked Alaska Jeff about his experience working at Little Caesars.
Granted, you couldn't pay me to go near McDonald's. I called them McDumpsters for a reason.
Food poisoning Dave had. Oh, what places hit you? But I will say, they nuke most Burger Kings nuke their friggin' burgers. They pull them out, they nuke them. As long as they don't nuke the bun. But I will say,
I was gonna say most all fast food do that. That's why if you eat at places that serve burgers and stuff, pay the extra little bit if you can afford it. Go to places that are officially declared as casual food, like Culver's and Freddy's and stuff. Because to be classified as casual food, everything has to be made to order each time.
Right. Okay. Well, I will tell you,
guys.
Yeah. Well, to his point about Burger King, Burger Kings depend on the neighborhood they're in. Because some are really good if they're in better neighborhoods.
They are not very strict on their franchise owners. So it isn't even just the neighborhood. It's whichever the owner is.
Yeah.
Because Burger King does not regulate the franchise owners following policy as well as a lot of the other places do.
He said it's pretty good in Canada, but he said Wendy's is starting to go down here. Gives them a belly ache now. So, but I'll have to talk to Jeff about Little Caesars again. So, Phantom Outsider said it's down now to $1.14 per pre-tax. Been a while since you've been.
There is no such thing as Carl Jr.'s over here.
It's Hardee's where we are. It's do y'all have Hardee's up there then?
I think it's the Hardee's in Jersey.
One, and it sucks. Well, it is not the quality it used to be.
I tell you what, that's one damn place that should have their friggin' biscuits at night, because I would go to Hardee's and get their French fries with a friggin' steak biscuit or chicken biscuit at night. I don't like the burgers. There's too many burgers everywhere. The only place I can eat anything at, because it has to be low fat, it has to be made more naturally, it has to not have a lot of carbs and stuff, is I can have the fresh lettuce wrap of the low fat chicken that's grilled at Freddy's. That's the only thing I can eat that's at any kind of food place like that. Oh, Freddy's, the place with the yogurt.
Yeah, but they're
burgers.
Custard. Their custards.
Yeah.
Full of propylene and sugar, so I can't have that. I cannot have the steak burgers because they're too high fat, but I can have the chicken.
Okay. Well, hey, as long as there's a menu option, that's the thing. So, yeah, and I do think Burger King is one of those that truly does depend on where you go.
I'm telling you, I worked management for them before. They are not strict on their franchise owners.
Well, Hardee's is the same way too. It just depends on which one you go to. So, Phantom
Chick-fil-A is extremely overrated and full of MSG anymore. They used to be a lot better quality than they are.
Phantom said that he worked at McDonald's at 80. No microwaves. Yeah, Burger King's so bad. You see the microwave. They just put it right in front of you. It
used to be that way.
Buddy goes to In-N-Out, then Jack in the Box. See, we have Jack's in some places, but we don't have In-N-Out. So, Lemon Pie said that the Wendy's has declined. You need to try it, but I'm like Rosetta though. It
was a lot better a while ago. It's gotten really low rate.
The problem I have with it is the damn price. I mean, that one is truly one of the places that I hate spending money because I think for what you get, it's very overpriced. But then again, I also think a computer should last you 30 years. And, well, they don't listen to me. So,
and if I go to a chicken place, there's a local place
Twilight.
First. Oh, good night, Twilight.
Yeah.
There's a local place started around Rutgers University, and it branched out all around New Jersey. It's called they originally called it Cluck University. It used to be called Cluck U Chicken, but they had to change it because they said it was offensive. So, but it was good chicken there. You
Oh,
know,
cool.
I've seen
You
an
know-
In-N-Out burger once, and I never could understand what all the hype was. Granted, they're not as crappy quality as some of the places, but there's like almost no menu items. They're all full of the same few things, and there's like nothing I could even eat there if I wanted to. There's
Yeah.
nothing, literally.
Well, I know menu flexibility now is menu options a big thing in most places. The missus trying to watch her carbs, the sugar and stuff.
Freddy's is a good one
going
for
no
that
buns.
because
Well,
Freddy's
she
is
was-
one of the only places that still does like lettuce wraps and stuff.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
we don't have one near us. We had to drive 30 minutes to get to one.
Yeah.
And
I'm just saying, if
that's-
you're ever looking for a place and that's where you're at, that's one thing you can do is they have lettuce wraps.
she started ordering without buns, like McDonald's would box it. So it was interesting. She just to see how she did it. I mean, she will order it with all the stuff on it and get it, but they menu options are just the hardest thing with it. So Buddy said the only thing at Chick-fil-A, spicy chicken and Chick-fil-A sauce that he likes.
MSG and propylene glycol, no thanks.
Now
but
I was
everything is the flavor. Uncle Roger would say.
MSG is a neurotoxin that tricks your brain into thinking it has flavor. Literally, that's what it chemically does. It doesn't have an actual flavor. It changes how your brain reacts to your tongue to make you think there's a flavor enhancement.
Oh wow. Well, Phantom Outsider
not
said the Cluck You wingdings were pretty good. Wingdings were breaded, seasoned, a bit spicy wing, and then you get sauce with it. Yeah, that's so he it sounds like he knows the place you're talking about. Now the comment that I'm going to go in here and I might get in trouble for, because you know I love my meat. Stunny said Five Guys is the best burger though. What I get at Five Guys is the veggie sandwich.
I tried Five Guys and literally I felt it. Yeah, the size and the options to customize are great, but it's overrated and really fatty.
Ours are usually overcooked. The misses things like that, but this is where opinions come in. I mean, Five Guys. I mean, you say Stunning likes it. West Kegel sounds like you do like Five Guys, right?
Yeah, Five Guys is pretty good. I usually get a double bacon cheeseburger there.
Yeah.
Granted, I hate like 99% of fast food in general, so I'm kind of a picky pain anyways.
Well, I tried the hamburger once. I wasn't impressed because I could go, and I tell you, I'll be honest, price. Price is the first thing that I see. Their fries are great. I like the way they do the fries, but what I do, the cheaper option too, is the veggie sandwich, which is basically the provolone cheese or Swiss, whatever, onions, mushrooms, and stuff like that. That I was actually pleased with that. And it's so odd that I go to Five Guys to get a veggie sandwich. I mean, I sound horrible doing that,
Again, there are people who will not have negative reactions to MSG. The rate a lot of people react to it is so much higher than it's actually reported usually. But the big issue is the number of people who eat it and consume it daily who develop neurological conditions after a while eating it is actually really high, and yet the FDA just ignores it.
Yeah. Well, that's
why I warn people to be careful with it, because I've seen so many people not have issues with it and then very suddenly start having really severe issues with it.
Well, what about hot sauce? If you want your wings, do you like hot? I mean, how hot can you stand?
I don't
hot
usually
sauces?
go too hot. Too hot's too bad. I mean, my friends,
complicated.
They have levels that Cluck You from hot to atomic to thermonuclear to there was another level in between, and then there was death at the end. And we just got the thermonuclear the one time. The atomic the one time was like one of the lower levels. Man, my face was on fire for the next 2 days. I'm like, how can you guys eat those higher level ones?
I was gonna say I don't understand the whole thing. For me, spicy is not my issue. I can eat like tons of wasabi, spicy ginger, all that stuff, no problem. I can down it until other people would literally start panting watching me. But I have a chemical reaction to onion and pepper, so I can't eat most things people consider spicy foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like peppers and onions either. My parents used to always get like a pizza, and it would be half peppers and onions and half plain. I'm like, The half is ruined. It's been
I
sitting
know.
in the box with the pepper and onion. It's all polluted now.
No,
anything spicy that is not pepper and
Okay.
onion, I can eat. Anything
Okay.
that's pepper and onion, I can't.
Okay, spicy is different from heat. Okay, I appreciate the clarification. I don't know how to say it, but see, I had a boss that went to one of the wings places, and they had a sauce that was called the secret sauce, and basically it was at some of the locations they had you sign a waiver, and my boss ended up slathering it on half a sandwich because he said he never met a hot sauce he couldn't stand. Well, he was regretting it at the table. He hadn't even got out of place. Even though water's not the best thing to drink, he's like going through water like crazy. They said later that day when they went back to work, he was sweating the whole day, fanning off, sweating, and just going through his bucket of water like crazy.
Okay, you know the Hot Ones show
Yes.
they do on YouTube? Have you watched the ones that Ramsey was on?
Yeah, I watched parts of it.
God.
Yeah.
There's 2 episodes he did, and both times he's freaking hilarious because he does not like high spice. And when you see him hit those high spices with his mouth and attitude, oh my gosh. They actually did a counter on the first episode. He said like 160 F-bombs.
Wow. That's low for him, though, normally. Oh, my. Well,
yeah.
Folks, well, we are at about we crossed the 2-hour mark. Woo!
Yes.
Hi, Ornery.
Hey, look. Hey, Ornery. There you go. Pretty cat. Let's bring Ornery up. As all things cats take over all streams.
Yeah. Hey, girl.
Yes.
I found a channel that has a cat that looks like her doppelganger. It has almost 1 million followers.
Oh, cool. That's
Ringo Dan.
Cat.
And he looks just like her, only slightly shorter legs.
Well, with that oh shit meme with the cat standing up, I thought of Ornery there for a second when I saw him.
Same.
Oh shit.
She's like, I am queen. Notice me.
All right. Well, let's hit a story. Let's hit one of our we're in the USA, shall we?
Okay.
Sure.
Come on, Army. I gotta sit you down on your bed.
All right.
Let go. Go sit, kitty.
The highlight of the night we come into is a game we call Where in the USA. We also can play Where in the World or Where in the Commonwealth, depending on who we have and our guests are for the night. So we it's I'll give you a headline. Actually, I'll give you 3 states, then I'll read the headline, and then your job is to figure out where this story happened of one of those 3 states. So and as we always do, I am starting to give you your answers. And all right, and we will we've got. All right, we are going to go with Ohio, New York, Illinois. Ohio, New York, Illinois. All right, there's your 3 states. Your job is to tell me which state did this happen in. After after I give you the headline. All right, here we go. Drug counselor busted for selling crack cocaine to undercover cops. Drug counselor busted for selling crack cocaine to undercover cops. Did this happen in Ohio, New York, or Illinois?
Honestly, I'm torn between Illinois and Ohio for that, just based on the corruption they have with drugs in both.
All right. Well,
let me think here. I'm just going to say Illinois just because I hate Chicago.
Okay. Well, we got some people that love Chicago. We got some people that love Illinois. But hey, it's okay. West Kegel.
Remember, I don't live that far from it.
Yeah. So, West Kegel, what do you think? Did we lose you, West?
West.
Oh, I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah. I'm with Lemon Pie and Max. I say New York, just because Ohio is more meth territory, and I don't know what the heck they do. No,
Illinois and Chicago is pretty much almost any drug.
Yeah. So with crack, that wasn't the mayor of New York busted with crack the one time? So they're all doing crack in New York.
That might have been. I think that might have been out in California.
It could have
I
been.
think so. But yeah, okay. Well, a lot of the times it's very close to say. Okay, what was the story? Somebody asked what was the story? Okay, I'll read this. Okay, your answers are choices are Ohio, New York, Illinois. Drug counselor busted for selling crack cocaine to undercover cops. Drug
And yes, Mac,
counselor
that's what it was. It was Marion Barry in Washington,
in Washington,
D.C.
D.C. That's right. I knew it was somewhere. Drug counselor busted for selling crack cocaine to undercover cops. So where did that happen? Ohio, New York, or Illinois? Lemon Pie says New York for Max Redstone. Legata says Illinois. Phantom Outsider says New York. Oh, yeah, that's the one there. So, folks, anybody else in the chat, if you got an answer, put it in now. So we'll read the headlines and we will read the stories. So, all right. So we've got, let's see, Counselor Mackey. Okay. Drugs are bad. Okay. Thank you, Stunning, for that. Look, if you're a drug counselor, you need people to counsel. So, all right. So, Stunning or Phantom, y'all have an answer? Anybody else? All right. All right. Well, we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drug counselor busted for selling crack drug counselor busted for selling crack cocaine to undercover cops. A drug counselor at a Ohio study said Ohio. Okay, yay. All right, that's cool. A drug counselor at a New York State rehab facility sold the cocaine on multiple occasions to undercover agents, according to police who arrested the alleged dealer on felony narcotics charges. Acting on tips from the public, investigators began probing subsequently identified him as a narcotics and dangerous drug dealer. I know, figuring like that. Operating in Dutchess County towns about 8 miles north of New York. On multiple occasions, he sold crack to agents and the local prosecutor's drug task force. While conducting surveillance, police determined that he worked overnight hours as a counselor at an inpatient rehabilitation clinic.
I mean, I have decent odds because your crack outbreaks are most common in New York and Chicago. So what are you gonna do? I've known so many crack addicts over here. Oh my god,
crack is so.
Yes.
Yeah, you got one without Lisa. I got to tell you, you got to DM her, message her, tweet her. So, but hey, anyway. But yeah, especially with Snorter Poopus asleep for this part. Basically, subsequent searches of the home and vehicles yielded crack cocaine package and ready for sale. So, of course, then it makes it even better. Completely unrelated to the drugs and the thing. Guess what? An online search of credentialing records maintained by the New York's Office of Addiction Services and Supports returned no records under the man's name as a counselor. So, hey.
Complete fraud.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Wes Cagle laying out the mushrooms. You never know. You might get a Snorter Poopus bear waking up from a quick nap, too.
Yeah.
I can think about a few dumb mushroom heads I've dealt with. I mean.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you should tweet that one out and see who comes to the mushrooms on Twitter. Yeah, put out there. Calling Bears and Lisa. Yeah, but hey, all right, let's see. Oh, my God. Oh, I can't read this one. This one's, this one is, he deserved what he got in this case. So, but it's, okay. For you guys that are in the chat that watch Lorena's show on Sunday night, do not play in this game. Do not play this round. Okay. Just because you know the story. Or if you forgot, okay. All right, let's get this. Let's see. Let me get there. Okay. Usually you get 0. Well, hey, congratulations, Lemon Pie. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's go. All right. We're going to go. The guy's a great sales rep that makes him sell it, make him money, and then you can continue telling him it's bad. Okay. Kentucky, South Carolina, Florida. All right. Kentucky, South Carolina, Florida. You ready for headlines, West and Rosetta?
Sure. Yep.
Cop watching porn at time of car crash. Cop watching porn at time of car crash. Did this happen in Kentucky?
I'm just saying
South Carolina,
Florida because it's an option.
Okay. West, do you have an idea?
Hang on, I was sending out the mushroom signal on Twitter.
Oh, there you go. That works.
All right.
I think it's possible of all three of them, honestly, for this one.
Yeah.
If it's Florida, I say Florida.
That's what I said.
All right. Kentucky, South Carolina, Florida. We got 16 people here. So get those answers in, folks. Vote early, vote often. Kentucky, South Carolina, Florida. Legata says Kentucky. Phantom says Florida man. Lemon Pie says Kentucky. Stunning says South Carolina. Max Redstone says Florida. I'll go ahead and give you a few more seconds. And all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here's your answer. Cop watching porn at time of crash. Quoted article, pornographic material like boobs or whatnot, end quote. A Florida cop was watching pornography on his phone when he slammed his patrol car into a vehicle stopped ahead of him, according to an internal affairs report that accused the deputy of initially lying about the accident. You're going to love a story that one day down the road I'm going to get to. I'm saving it for the right stream. Okay, what time of day, if you hear this story, what time of day do you think this crash may have happened?
God, I would like to say it was like 2:00 in the morning, but if it's Florida, it might have been at 1:00 in the afternoon.
It was at 1:45 p.m.
Not far off.
And I do, the real question. Well, let's read this story. At a Lake County intersection, and prompted the cop to resign his post in the midst of an Office of Professional Standards review. 69 o'clock. 3 a.m. Don't wink and drive, kids. Absolutely. Oh.
Save it for home where you have better attention to detail.
Well, he initially offered various explanations for distracted driving. He claimed to have been on the phone with another officer at the time of the crash and contended that the squad car had mechanical issues. He would go on to claim that he'd been exchanging texts with fellow officers. Of course, don't text and drive, When it was 12 o'clock, yes. Legata say for B from O been lurking. Guess he was late for his nooner, yes. So, of course, they keep saying, could you all hear from don't text drive? But it's like, anyway, it's like cops speeding, and it's like, and when they're not running to us as a call, that's another pet peeve I got. But hey, however, investigators reviewed dash cam and body cam footage.
Well,
that contradicted his story. The video recorded the cruiser's steering wheel airbag deploying and him telling the 63-year-old motorist whose Corolla he hit, quote, "My brakes locked up," end quote.
Something was locked up at the time.
It gets better. An FHP report prepared at the time of the crash stated that he was, quote, inattentive and drove in a, quote, careless or negligent manner, end quote. The report estimated damage to the police vehicle at $10,000, while the 2023 Toyota were calculated at $5,000. That would almost total the Corolla, at least the way they used to be. They used to went under $10,000, but he must have hit her pretty damn good. He eventually admitted that he was on his phone, quote, looking at, this is quote, hope he was watching gators. Hair flags are not the only thing I've deployed. he admitted that he was on his phone, quote, looking at inappropriate pictures, end quote.
No.
Which he further described as, quote, pornographic material like boobs or whatnot, end quote.
Boobs and whatnot.
Yeah. As for why he said the car had defective anti-lock braking system, he admitted the claim was, quote, more of a deflection than a genuine reason for the vehicle crash, end quote. And he said he would die by lying by omission. So, and that's what there was another part of this article to talk about that this is where the body cam footage came into. They could see what he was seeing on his phone.
Here you go.
Yeah. So
You're gonna lie. Make sure there's no video footage.
yeah,
Look, if you really want to see boobs, wait till you park the car, for crap's sake.
Yep. Well, the probe found that he was in violation of several professional standards, including, quote, departure from the truth, end quote, and the prohibited use of an electronic device.
Cops
wait
all the time.
What is wait lemon pie was at high noon? Wait, what are you talking about? Anyway, like boobs or whatnot. Yes, it's legal. I guess it's the new phrases. But
Lemon Pie said the cops Oscar Mayer hot dog was at 12 o'clock.
Oh, that's what. Okay, his wiener was. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, and then Lemon Pie said, I thought Eagle was going to end that sentence in a different way. Eagle's, I think, doing very well. Eagle knows she's trying to help me out too, but you know, it's
hard not to tick certain things. And if I was at a more ticky day, you guys would be getting real earful right now.
And we love you as who you are and with it all along. So I always said if my channel got nuked, as long as I could go out with a great group of people and friends having fun, and all works for me. Huh? Yeah. Oh, for a second I thought Lemon Pie was talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. But...
Well, if there was a story about the Philadelphia Eagles, it'd probably be about them throwing batteries at Santa Claus again.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's do this. Let's talk about throwing stuff. Let's go with another one. So let's see. All right, we're going South Carolina, California, and Wisconsin. Oh. I don't know. That wasn't part of it. South Carolina, California, and Wisconsin. Yeah, exactly. That's something in the state. There's all the time. They call them adult stores or novelty stores. Yeah, but they're biggest time thing. And folks who you know that I've been on with Lorena before talking about Palaca, Florida. They used to have a restaurant that was there 50 years and then it closed. It became an adult superstore down there.
Look, there is an adult store very close to where I live here. Let's just say I can get things there and come home very quickly.
I bet you can. Well, what happened this day was I'm going to lunch and all of a sudden I'm looking behind me. It's like all the Putnam County Sheriff's offices. I mean, seriously, like 20 cars all driving. So I'm like gunning it to get forward. Well, when I look back, they all pulled into the adult superstore. They did a big bust that day, so
I bet they did a big bust in the adult superstore. I mean,
yep, that's good. All right, South Carolina, California. Yeah, it was good. That was fine. That's good.
Wait.
There you go. If you got them, use them. You know, like cigarettes. If you got them, smoke them. South Carolina, California, Wisconsin. Man behind bars after alleged late night rice assault.
Okay, wait. I gotta think about this.
Drive-by ricing.
Man behind bars after alleged late night rice assault. And that's the big one, Robert April, down here. Yeah.
Oh God.
So, Wes, do you want to take this one first? Well, Eagle thinks.
I say Wisconsin.
Oh, you say Wisconsin. I don't. Any particular reason, West?
Well, I mean, people in California, they're crazy, but in South Carolina, they can be weird. But I mean, that doesn't sound like a South Carolina story. And Californians, they ain't gonna waste their rice, man. Wisconsin, I don't know. It just strikes me as, it just strikes me as I can see somebody from Wisconsin up there doing
Okay.
this. I don't know. It just,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going with instinct.
I'll tell you what. At least she's not
uh,
here to defend her state, so you could have gotten flack for that one. But go ahead, Eagle Rider.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say Wisconsin. It doesn't sound right for there. There's not
Rice,
much
baby,
rice
to
here.
go. Vanilla
And
ice,
the other
rice,
one
rice,
is-
baby, to go.
No, it doesn't fit California either. So I'm gonna have to go with South Carolina.
All right. Okay. All right. So West goes Tennessee, not Tennessee, Wisconsin. You say South Carolina. All right. Let's see, folks. Get your votes in. Come on, play along. If you're here, give us a state: South Carolina, California, Wisconsin. Let's see, Wisconsin. I like that spelling. California, Wisconsin. Max says South Carolina. Again, rice, baby, vanilla ice. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Phantom says in South Jersey, near Fort Dix, there's a really small adult store which we'd pass on the way to my cousin. There were always cars, Christmas, New Year's, any time of night or day. Yeah, I put an adult store near Fort Dix. I mean, that's just a running Beavis and Butthead nonstop laughing joke.
Phantom Outsider, is that adult bookstore in near Bordentown in the exchange between 130 and 206? I passed by one. It's a small adult bookstore. And it's been there forever, and there's always cars in there.
Even on
on
holidays, sometimes that's kind of like the Gentleman's Club down the street from us. It's like, man, late nights and it's like, oh man, do y'all ever go home? Doesn't seem like it, but all right, go ahead, get your answers in.
Look at this thing. I'm not even holding her. She's just clinging.
Because there's a camera focused on you. Cats love the attentions. They love it. Yeah, right. 139-206 White Store across from Denny's. That's the one. Damn. Where else can you go and people identify adult bookstores talking to each other over the internet?
That's why I didn't specify how far from the house it was.
I know.
So many people know which city I'm in. I guarantee somebody would go, "Hey, I know where the adult stores
Hey, I
are
bet you
in that
can't
town."
get this high quality entertainment on all the bigger channels and smaller channels and everything else. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. We got these great people here to
Look
laugh
at this
with me.
cat.
I know, and we got pussies galore. Plenty of cats. Yeah, so cats. By the way,
Go on.
I mean we got one in the memes that said shit about the snowbank, but yeah. Oh, and the fam said that was 24/7, like a Waffle House.
Yeah.
All
Your
sex
wiener.
shops should be open 24/7. Sex does not sleep.
Yes, Lemon Pie remembers. The other day we had the glitter girls. Remember? We had the glitter girls used as a weapon. Now it's rice. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I think everybody's answered that's going to answer. I hate bugging people about answers, but I know. Come on, just try it, folks. We're all wrong together. All right, but here we go. Man behind bars after alleged late night rice assault. Rice should only be thrown at newlyweds, not strangers with whom you have beef. A South Carolina man is behind bars after his arrest last night for striking a woman with thrown cooked rice on a Myrtle Beach street.
Cooked rice? What kind of a wuss is this person that called this into the cops? Unless you're allergic to rice, shut up, you wimp. I mean,
Oh my gosh. Phantom said
oh my
used to
God,
go
it's
driving.
sticky. Like I've never had anything sticky on me before.
Okay.
Max is 3 for 3. Nice, Max.
Nice.
All right, go to your
Yeah,
spot.
that's your first wrong one, right, West?
Yes, it is. Yes.
All right. Well, anyway, it gets better. He was charged with a misdemeanor assault and battery. According to police report, he threw Rice into the vehicle of a 43-year-old male witness. Unclear who was the intended target. The Rice struck a 39-year-old South Carolina woman sitting on the passenger side.
Like it's the first white thing that struck her. I'm just saying.
Hey, Peter Vangman, good to see you. Hey, I know you're here earlier, so just hey, we're playing our game. So, yeah, guess we should have guessed South Carolina. They do make Rice there. I tell you what, we went in there before we went to Fort Sumter, and we got the last room in a rundown of La Quinta, and I found out that the next morning I'm sitting and watching the news, and it's like right out in front of the hotel. That whole street was big with prostitution busts. It's like, oh my gosh. So, Study says just punch him back.
Well, Laquita's are ghetto as hell.
Oh,
so
hey.
I'm not surprised.
Lemon Pie said maybe she's on a no carb diet. All right.
Just take the white. I mean,
well, they noted, the cops noted that he was holding a takeout container of rice when they arrived on scene. Additionally, Rice was also observed inside the vehicle near the victim, and witnesses were sitting. The incident occurred on a retail strip adjacent to an ocean beach, as well as a Mexican eatery and a restaurant selling sushi. So they said nobody was hurt in the attack.
obviously, what a wussy attack. Maybe who calls that in has never lived in a rough neighborhood in their life. What the crap?
Oh, yeah. So, all right. So we got two more stories I think we got right here. So we're going to go Florida, Georgia, and Alabama with this one.
Oh.
All right.
Is it bad if I go, I want to say Florida automatically on principle?
Yeah. Now, I will tell you, though, Mrs. had birdseed for our wedding, and somebody pegged it right into my ear. It went into the ear canal. First thing she had to do was try to get it out of there. It was horrible. Oh, Lemon Pie said a sushi assault would be better. You could eat sushi for free. All right. Florida, Georgia, Alabama. All right. Cop arrested after allegedly throwing McDonald's cheeseburger at wife.
Oh, dear God. I'm going to go with Florida.
Cop arrested after allegedly throwing McDonald's cheeseburger at wife. Did this happen in Florida, Georgia, or Alabama?
I have no evidence. I don't know crap about this story. I don't care if I'm correct. I just want to insult Florida.
All right. That's okay. Wes, what do you say?
I'm gonna say sounds like Georgia, and it sounds like Atlanta.
Okay.
Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia, and Rosetta, what did you say again?
I said I'm saying Florida purely out of spite to Florida.
All right. Legata says Georgia. Max talks about the Film Actors Guild from Team America. Captain Robert says starches do not qualify as a weapon. Maybe he had really wild rice and couldn't keep it under control. Phantom says Alabama. Lemon Pie, Alabama. Max says Georgia. Stunning says Florida. What happened?
What happened?
Someday I should actually.
This is why it takes us 30 minutes sometimes.
But right now I just like taking cheap shots at states.
That's fine. Okay, Beefermo. Cop arrested after allegedly throwing McDonald's cheeseburger at wife. So is this Florida, Georgia, or Alabama?
Well, I guess it's better than tossing a salad on her. I mean,
Wouldn't she be tossing his salad?
are you talking about the sexual term or the vomiting term?
Oh, I didn't know there was a difference. Oh, all right. Hey, Canadian Spider-Man is here. Hey, Canadian Spider-Man, pick on one of these U.S. states, Florida, Georgia, or Alabama. Burger time. I love that game. So, Beeferman says Georgia. They are crazy folks there. So,
yes.
All right. Get your answers in. We got
crazy
5
folks everywhere.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Here we go. Cop arrested after allegedly throwing McDonald's cheeseburger at wife. The latest McDonald's cheeseburger attack comes from South Florida.
Oh, wow.
Where
I
a
love
cop,
bashing on Florida.
cop has been accused of throwing fast food, especially a cop, fast food at his wife during a violent confrontation yesterday in their home. The investigators allege that a, quote, irate husband and his spouse had been arguing about, quote, financial infidelity issues when the lawman, quote, stormed into the kitchen in his wife's direction, throwing a McDonald's cheeseburger at her.
This is 2 stories just tonight that involved cops in Florida being the guilty party.
Yeah.
There's a lot more out there.
Mm.
Stunning got one. Woohoo!
Woo, stunning. All right.
I did the whole, search your birthday in Florida, man, and see what it comes up with. Mine aren't funny. Mine are really, really scary.
They can be scary, yes.
No, I mean mine are like nightmare stories.
I've seen some of those stories, like dark in Florida. They said that then he struck her with a closed fist, the right side of her head behind the ear.
God,
that hurts. Y'all, I don't know how many of y'all saw the missus hit me with a snowball last year up at the mountain, or 2 years ago in the mountains. Man, that thing, she threw that ice ball, caught me right behind the ear. And I'm like, I understand why boxers, I mean, it is a spot right there that's worse than the other parts of your head. Of course, this is in Miramar. It's way in South Florida. They've been in a relationship about 8 years, been married 3 years, do share kids in common. He bonded out of the Broward County Jail and officer of the Miami-Dade Police Department. I don't know if you saw this a few years ago.
Officer of the Year, I'm telling you. What the hell?
Well, there was, I think it was a Miami-Dade cop also that got pulled over years ago by an FHP trooper because he was doing like 100, 110 miles an hour going down I-95. And a trooper pulled him over. And he's like, well, look, I'm a cop too. And she's like, I don't care. You're not on duty. You're not pursuing. And then the female FHP trooper actually put him in handcuffs and arrested him.
How many people have watched a cop drive up to a red light, look at the light, flip his lights on, drive through it, and then turn them off?
They just drive the way they want to here.
I was waiting. At a light, and a cop put his lights on to go through a red light, and then pulled into the dry cleaning store right across from the light.
I have seen that happen so many times here in Iowa. It's not even funny. They just drive right through. They don't care. They're like, but because the city watches them and there's closed circuit stuff, and if they go through on the red, they get in trouble. So they'll turn their light on, go through it, and then as soon as they're out of the camera, they turn it off.
Yep. No, I know. It's interesting. Well, we'll do one more story here, and then we'll work to wrap up too. So Stunny said he'd do that too, to be honest. At least you're honest. All right.
You're honest about your corruption.
Yeah, he is. All right. Well, we're going to pick on our friend Jess and JT Kirk with this one. Okay. Your states are Ohio, Michigan, Illinois.
Ooh.
Ohio, Michigan, Illinois. Man found with hamsters in his pockets, busted for burglary.
One moment.
The store's called No. I can't say.
The store might give it away.
Actually, okay, no. It's not the name of the city. Okay. Man found with hamsters in his pockets, busted for Petland burglary. So did this happen in Ohio, Michigan, or Illinois?
I think that sounds like Ohio to me.
Hey, Phantom Outsider is right about the mailman. Do you realize that the mail vehicle has the right of way over police, ambulance, fire trucks?
No,
it's truth. I'm a mail carrier. I was a mail carrier.
That's
for years.
right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
We need to talk about mail delivery one time. Then that's interesting. But hey, so. What do you say, Rosetta?
I said Ohio.
Okay, you said Ohio. West Cagle, what do you say?
I say, I say Michigan because Michigan people, they are some strange people.
They are definitely some others. This one
Yes,
really sounds like
they are strange.
Ohio.
Yes, Phantom Outsider. It could
In
have been
fact, I
Tim
would
Walsh.
say I'm battling between whether this was a Cleveland or Columbus thing. It sounds so Ohio. It's not even funny.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Ohio, Michigan, Illinois. Man found with hamsters in his pockets busted for petland burglary. Studying's a Decepticon, but says Michigan. Whatever they want is on the delivering mail. Yeah, Levin Pie said Michigan. Max Redson said Ohio also. Phantom Outsider says Michigan, according, and also we're an FYI or APB on Tim Walls.
Yeah.
Anybody else out there? Anybody else with ideas, thoughts?
Yeah, it's just
All right.
Michigan. Just there, some funny ducks up there.
Yeah, that's nice. It's awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead. We will read this story. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, Ohio man found with hamsters in his pockets, busted for petland burglary. An Ohio
I'll bet
man.
you 10-1 he was looking for something to help him keep himself warm in the long night.
Well, let's see. An Ohio man who today allegedly, but this is from July though, burglarized a petland store and set loose some animals. Was found with several hamsters stuffed in his pockets when cops discovered him sleeping.
At least they weren't gerbils. I mean,
well, you had. Oh no, this is even funnier.
No,
Cops found him sleeping in a leopard print onesie.
Oh dear God!
Outside a nearby business. His last name was Pancake. Was arrested for breaking into several stores in Columbus, Ohio. When investigators arrived outside the pet store, they found dogs, birds, bunnies, and a hamster in the parking lot outside. Some other small animals were still unaccounted for. In addition to Petland, he is accused of breaking the front door glass and entering a Rooster's restaurant and a shoe store. Officers found him, who had an extensive rap sheet, asleep near a Big Lots store.
Okay.
Police, yeah.
I have to ask, was he on meth? That's your business.
Well,
used to call it. She said it was the bitch for a reason.
I don't know, but his mugshot looks like it could be.
Because this sounds like a meth head.
Well, I will. I'm going to quickly show the picture because these are public records. These are stories. I've shielded the name a lot, but hey, you look.
This
you
is not
decide.
a doxing situation. It's very public.
I know. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right here. There's the picture.
Oh yeah.
Definite meth. Down to the wounds and everything. Definite meth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You saw the video
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. A police frisk turned up the purloined rodents, charged with vandalism and breaking and entering. Both felonies are booked into county jail after being treated at a local hospital for injuries apparently suffered during pre-dawn break-ins.
Oh,
Hey,
God. It doesn't get any better than this.
I
This
tell
is
you.
one of those stories. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, Garfield, right?
Oh, God. I tell you, people, they just never cease to. Every day I go, I have seen it all, and then tomorrow shows up.
I spend way too much time watching true crime to be surprised by anything.
I've got more stories, but we probably need to call it a night. But hey, this
It's been fun.
it's okay. We'll do one more time. We'll be really naughty with this one, and we'll do this one. Okay.
Yay! I mean, naughty.
Might as well keep going. I'm going downhill after being 2 for 2. Now I'm 2 for 4 now. I'm 2 for 5.
I've gotten like 3 or 4 in a row now. I'm actually feeling proud of his brain.
Hey, I might end up
being
being the way I'm going. I might be going when the missus is going live at 2 a.m. But hey, we're going to go New York, California, and Ohio with this one. New York, California, and Ohio. Sex toy thief was caught in the act.
In the act
Sex
of what?
toy thief was caught in the act.
Do you know how many
God.
jokes popped in my head at once, Wes?
Oh God.
Oh dear
Yeah.
God. Oh, caught in the act. Bow chicka bow wow. Although I'm thinking California for this one.
Yeah.
This sounds like some Hollywood shit.
Oh, Phantom said police were rounding up animals and they get a 911 call. The guy did the break-in is on a deck outside a box store. No mention of gerbils, though. So you're saying California on this one? Rosetta? Okay, Wes, what do you think?
Currently there, I'm thinking.
You know, California struck me at first, but I'm thinking there's no sleazier place than New York, especially if it's New York City. I mean, their red light district has reemerged since the days of Giuliani cleaning it up. So it is just a cesspool again. So I say New York.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Got this here. All right. Well, New York, California, Ohio. Lemon Pie said California. Legata says Cali. Max says New York. Phantom says
I was
California.
very torn between Cali and New York. I'm actually keep debating it in my head right now. Damn it.
Okay.
I want to say Cali. I really do, but there's also this little thought that this almost sounds like something out of the boroughs, too. Screw it. Switch to New York.
All right. Switch to New York. New York. Okay, we got it, folks. Here's your headline. Sex toy thief was caught in act. An Ohio man.
Oh,
damn
good.
it!
Wow.
I was surprised you didn't go Ohio. Facing a theft charge after allegedly stealing $336.93 worth of sex toys from an adult novelty store.
No, I literally thought that had to be either New York or Cali for that.
Wow. Nobody got it.
According to police who prepared an explicit inventory of the purloined goods, they responded to a panic alarm from the store in El Ira, a city 30 miles west of Cleveland. A store employee identified the shoplifting suspect as a white male carrying a large knife on his hip. Upon arriving
he was carrying something long on his lower body as he was stealing the sex toys.
Officer spotting entering the passenger side of a Ford sedan parked outside when confronted by police, admitted to stealing the merchandise from the store. After cops recovered some of the sex toys from the vicinity of the car's passenger seat, a clerk advised that other items were still missing. Reportedly caught to cutting, quote, a slit in his jacket and concealing other sex toys inside the garment. Officer checked the jacket, located the additional items, which included the blue.
There
are shapeshifters, vibrating circles, chicken rings, pumps, sound trainers, Vibbers, and donuts.
I know all about this stuff. Anyway, continue.
They made it like $99.99, $67.99, $7.99, $10.99, $42.99, $99.99, and $6.99. So he was cited for misdemeanor theft since he was the subject of an outstanding warrant in another jurisdiction. He was turned over to the Ohio State parole. So, Sashi returned. Oh, yes, and we're talking about that because it was a story. Purloined, exactly. You did miss the rice attack story, though.
Yeah, the rice.
You did miss the story in South Carolina where a guy attacked a woman with cooked rice from a store. So, all right. But I think that we're going to put the buttons on this one. I'm going to see if I can get 10 more minutes out of this. Let's hit 3 hours, but we'll just kind of randomly chat generally.
Let's say hi to the husband.
Hey, hello, Mr. Ryder.
Hello.
Good to see you.
When you call him writer, it just sounds all dirty and perverted.
Well, isn't that what
Writing
you
later?
There you go.
Okay, troublemaker.
That's okay.
There you go. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, nice to see you. Nice to have you on for a moment.
Of course.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
she spends a lot of time doing this
Mhm.
away from me.
I love you too.
Mhm.
Well, I will tell you what. She's been a great friend to our family, so be proud of her. She's really great.
Oh, good.
And we
That's the one
really,
I went and met up with that sent you the taco.
yes, it was amazing. That trip. That we were very delighted to meet her, and a lot of fun.
You're ornery, you crabby little old crap.
Yeah, well, that's why you called him ornery, though. So, Phantom
might
said the
use
good thing.
finger.
Phantom said the good thing they caught him before he used it as the European model in the movie Top Secret. Show what happens if you use a U.S. version in Euro outlet. Same Europe to U.S. And Sashi said, Rice amateurs. We had some dude wield a durian as a melee weapon.
Oh God, no! Oh God, no! Not that! Not that! Oh God, stink!
Purloined.
Oh God!
Purloined. All right.
Ooh, not durian.
What the hell? I gotta look this up now.
Durian is a very, very smelly fruit.
Oh, okay. All right. I was afraid it was something else.
It's a smelly, spiky fruit.
Okay. All right. I was afraid it was something else. So I've had to learn. The playing Cards with Humanity, Cards Against Humanity with my kids told me always check stuff out before you just start going with it, because you don't know.
But how old were the kids when you did this?
They were adults. I mean,
that's okay.
The youngest was probably close to adult, but yeah, it was like, this is like, yeah. Oh, you have not experienced fermented durian. It's called Tempoyak. So,
Sounds wonderful.
Durian is one of the most disgusting things on earth.
Really? So, what would you say it would? Could you equate it to something?
Like the smell you get, the smell and the taste aren't the same, but the smell you get when you get near it, I don't know if it's some sort of cross between rotten fruit, a toxic spill, and skunks dying in an explosion with coal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that does it justice. Sashi can help me here with this because I've only been around it a couple times, and oh dear God, no.
I've never heard you kind of react like that. It's like,
oh no. Papaya is not that bad. Papaya may have a little bit of a weird smell, but it's really mild smell.
oh, interesting. So
No, papaya is wonderful sea breeze compared to this.
yeah, see, papaya is one that I've not been into that much. So let's see here. I'm working on something. I realized I didn't have something queued up. So thank you for your patience.
That is true, Sashi. Yes.
All
and
right.
I did know that one.
Yes. Let's see. What did he say?
Durian is banned on planes. It's considered biowarfare.
That bad? Jeez.
Yeah, that bad.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So, all righty. Let's see. I'll wait on this one. I can, let's see. Trying to kill a few minutes. Hey, Eagle Rider, you made it 3 hours. Although you had a hell of a birthday stream. Did y'all like stream all day?
Like 8 to 10, something like that. I don't remember exactly. I did end up getting enough super chats out of that I will actually get a payout from YouTube this month.
Yay! That's good.
Yay.
Well, did the panda dice ever come in though?
Yes, I was going to talk to you about that. They're in the car. I haven't had a chance to try to unwrap, but I did open enough to check on it.
Oh, cool.
And they are fine. Everything's fine with that. I was going to message you. Just everything's been crazy. And it was literally like a day or so ago.
Right. No, I got you. I got you. It's just it's always nice to know something got somewhere, you know.
Yay.
So to make sure. So
yes, I had a great birthday stream about 3 weeks ago, just under. And yeah, I'm in my 40s. Congrats. I'm in my 40s.
yay. Well, that's awesome. So Wes, didn't you do? So I know you were kind of helping Stark out a little bit, but how long were you streaming? By the way, Wes is the guy that actually. I don't remember if it was Canadian Spider-Man or which one of the streams that somebody fell asleep, or was it Rod?
Yes.
And the next, it's like Sunday morning at 10, and Wes is like, "Well, I'm still here. I'm wondering how long you're going." And like,
I left.
It wasn't even your stream, and you're like running the channel.
No.
It looked like
Me. It was me, Carla Burton, and somebody else. It's some. I can't remember who the other third person was. We were still on the stream after he passed out, and then they left, and I'm like, I'm just gonna see how long this will go before YouTube shuts it down. And 10 hours later, it was still going.
YouTube does not shut down streams ever, but they only store 12 hours of memory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I had what I was co-hosting with a woman years ago. She quit unfortunately years ago too, but she literally, we did a over 48-hour stream together.
Okay, that's what it was. Rod Thunderheart on Canadian Spider-Man stream.
And yeah, she passed out for a while, and I sat there with one of my other friends I streamed with, just talking over while she was snoring in the background.
I will tell you though, I like when Canadian Spider-Man does his outdoor bonfire streams. Those are really cool to go by and watch if you ever get a chance. So I know, Wes, it's good to see you up and around and through and get more. Next thing you know, we'll get you into Fortnite soon. Maybe we can try to work on that this weekend and get you playing. Hopefully things work out here, and just you know, you're starting slow, but you know, maybe one day you'll do your own streaming. But I will say there is a lot of beauty in just being a guest too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can show up and leave whenever you want to.
Show up, leave when you want. Yeah, just the only thing with when you're being a guest, and I'm not everybody abides by this, but you got to tailor your how you speak, how you act according to what the host normally does. You get a feel for what the host likes, doesn't like, allows, doesn't allow, and you just got to stay within those bounds. You try to stay within.
Yeah, I was gonna say I try with ticks and random outbursts. I can't control. It doesn't work out very well sometimes, which is why when my ticks got worse, I kind of quit going on a lot of the more well-behaved channels that would invite me on, because I was already pushing it with them anyways when they weren't as common. So it's like,
well, you know, I'll be honest. I'll be honest, and I don't think people understand how serious I am with this. You know, people that have come on my streams before, that may not be on now and stuff like this, and things, and that I've always looked at the people that I let come on. I hate to say let come on, but when you come on, I trust you. There is a lot of trust that I place in you. I like a friend, a real friend, even though I may not have met you. It's like a real friend, and I'm serious with. I got your back and everything else, and it's not. I'll help promote you and stuff, but don't. I mean, just it's a friendship type thing. I look at you both as friends, and we're sitting here laughing, hanging out. I'm here to help you guys have fun too, and you know, there's a two-way street. And I mean, like that, Rosetta. I know that the ticks, but you know what? If it happens, it happens. You know what? You're my friend. I understand it. If something happened, the YouTube gods, whatever, well, I'd say fuck them, and you know what? It happens. It's what it is. You know.
I didn't realize how little I could actually not control them until I started streaming and doing videos anyways.
Yes, Mac, it's streaming.
Literally, when I started streaming and stuff, I thought I had a really good control and good at suppressing and faking and masking while I was around other people, and I just let it out when I got off. Yeah. And then I started watching some back videos and streams of me with people and realizing why I kept getting banned on channels, because there was shit that came out that I didn't realize came out, that I didn't know I had said, and other stuff. And I'm almost kind of glad that I've developed a higher pitch ticking voice when it got worse, because at least it's a little more obvious when it's a tick versus just me being a bitch now.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Yeah, I know, but you know what? It's also having friends back.
Mhm.
You know what it is? Things happen, and it just you got to be understanding. Because I screw up a lot, and I'm grateful for when people understand and all that stuff too. So, but hey, we'll wrap up Fortnite. So you're a rocket propelled grenade guy, Sashi? I love saying that. It annoys my kids. Hey, RPGs. I'm like, what is it? Rocket propelled grenades?
I love RPGs, but they've got to be logic, turn based.
Yeah.
Really grind it out, have fun.
I see RPG and I just want to blow up a gas. I gotta say this for the Galactic Overlords. This is a joke. It's a joke. I mean, like, I want to go blow up gas stations in Fortnite, playing a game.
Bitch.
But
And
Sashi
Robert
doesn't
April
play
is right. I'm a sweet innocent angel on his streams.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And the friendship sells. So, Panzerfaust. Yes, old school. I like Axis and Allies in some games like that. Purloined. Max's word
He likes that word.
purloined. Yes. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and work to get us signed off here. Remember, in an hour, the Missus is going live with Insomniac Theater. Max, are you able to find the Mrs. link for an hour? Or Legatus or somebody, can you get the Mrs. link for the theater in an hour? Stunning. One of y'all, if you can put her link in for me, and one of Max, if you could get Mark D with a C's, because I'll have you go over there after the stream. We got 13 people here. Run over to see Mark for a bit for some Fortnite action. Ask him about blowing up gas stations. Tell him he's got to do that. Tell him forget about winning, that they got to blow up the gas stations. So you have low standards. It's okay. Well, so low standards are better than no standards. Yeah.
Bob, sweetie, since when do you have any standards? I mean, look at the stuff your wife does while you're trying to stream.
I know this one night they were talking. He said, "Oh, she need." That's interesting. It's like around our house though. Real life happens as we're streaming. It's like our Hank walks through and everything goes, and it's all that stuff. So,
Matt
Matt
strutted in here to check on me because of my blood sugar and kicks right while you were streaming. That's why you had to say hi to him. So.
All right. So, folks, that's where you'll go over to Mark D in a second. Ask him about blowing up some gas station Fortnites. Tell him to do it the Dadman way. And your point exactly. So, let's see. I want to get the Mrs. link out real quick, too. Because she should have the Insomniac Theater set up. Well, while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and give some all right, so this was tonight. I repeated tonight. We're trying to do these on Fridays and Wednesdays, so join us Wednesday at 10 p.m. for another fun-filled evening like this. We made 3 hours again, Wes Cagle. We didn't have fruitcakes. We didn't have fruitcakes and porta potties, but we did very darn well, I think, considering.
Yeah,
and I may have through it, but I was here for you.
You can't have gold every time.
Well, I think we did pretty damn good for 3 hours of random squirrel streaming. Where we just kind of did whatever came up and found whatever things to talk about. But yeah, that's what I like these shows to be: is sit back, relax, just use the force and see where things happen. See where it goes, because in a world of everything being scripted, formulaic, and everything else, it's why the algorithm hates me. But you know what? So what? I'm hanging out with friends, having a good time, and trying to keep it fun. So so I really hope keep it that way. So, all right. Oh, how's the progress on toilet cleaning robot fundraising? I forgot about that too, West. I forgot about that. You remember the robot toilet cleaning?
Yes. Yeah, the
Yeah.
self-cleaning robot.
Yeah, the self-cleaning robot. I've got to tweet that out tomorrow. I've got to.
Oh.
Yeah, Rosetta.
I was going to respond to Bob there and say, Bob, tomorrow, sometime when I'm taking a break from the work we got to do around the house, me and you got to stream. I've got some rants to do before we take on Sunday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm going to start that because there's the misses in about an hour at 2 a.m. I'm going to have that and Mark's back up in a second. But in the meantime, thank you for that reminder, Sashi. I forgot about that one. Also, then on Monday night, I'm talking with Tommy. You may have seen him around on different channels, gaming and other stuff on his, and he does a lot of support for other creators out there. So check this out Monday night at 7 p.m. Could be a nice unfiltered stream, but hey, he's a lot of fun. Hope to see you there. Tuesday night at 9 p.m. JT and I are going live talking more sports. We're going to talk about the national championship game, the results between Ohio State and Notre Dame, who you got on it, see how that worked, and start kicking the tires on some new sports coming into the spring and other news in the world. And also college football still breaking with a lot of talk on other NIL and many other issues. Also, so that's Tuesday night. Also on Wednesday, there's a new creator that's around. She's fast growing, really talented, and very impressive language of profanities. I tell you, on streams like that, really, really cool. A lot of fun watching the games, but she's really talented, really friendly and nice. Yarn Witch, we'll be chilling with her Wednesday at 8 p.m. So I hope that you're there for that stream. Okay, well, I got it out of order.
I've seen her stuff before.
I
think I've seen her stuff before.
But yeah, I think you like it, especially for gaming, making gaming fun. It spends half the time talking to the chat, not playing. So, Robert April said he had to run his timesheets across town in his Ice Station Zero tomorrow.
Oh.
So, all right. So remember, we chill chat.
You can't try to stream at some point tomorrow. I have a ton to do, and I'm going to be running shit to the storage unit.
Oh, wow. You're busy. Well, hey, chill chats or something come random as I feel. Of course, Fortnite fun, like the night we played with a few people tonight. Sometimes I do it solo or with the missus. Those come up randomly, and I hope y'all make those because we like to destroy the gas stations. Also, monthly streams and videos on demand, youtube.com, twitch.tv, on X or Twitter, at DadmanWalking55. So that's it for tonight. Let me bring this down. Any last thoughts, Eagle or Wes Cagle?
If you can't be good at it, and don't do anything. I wouldn't do it unless you video record it so I can blackmail you with it later.
Well said. All right, Wes.
Just be careful what you do, unless you want to end up on somebody's Schools in America YouTube channel. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly. But hey, go say hi to Mark real quick over here. Tell him to do Fortnite, blow up some gas stations, and stuff like that. And of course, in about 45 minutes, Mrs. will be live with something. I don't know what movie. So hope to see y'all there at the Mrs. in about 45 minutes. And on that note, at 3 hours, almost 3 hours and 8 minutes and about 7 seconds. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for turning in. I thank you, the wonderful Eagle Rider, Wes Cagle, for coming in, and thank the missus for making a pop-in appearance. So on that note, good night, everybody.